truth? Are you tired of being so confused? You feel like you're more fucked up than the lies on the evening news? Well, just step right in. We can talk about it all as friends. And if you want, we can hug and kiss and make up for the party ends. Agree or disagree, stop offering me. 'Cause I'm everything you want, damn sure what you need. I won't tell no lies, back up all the facts with truth. And if you can't get down with that, you must be somebody's dude.
What's up, everybody? It's Ryan Weaver. I am on the Don't Unfriend Me show, otherwise known as The Dumb Show, with host Matt Spear. You guys can find the show at The Dumb Show on social media or thedumbshow.com.
Thanks, babe. No, I just forgot to switch it over here. Test 1, 2, 3. There it is. Oh, here's what we'll do. This is what we'll do. Everyone's freaking out. They're like, holy crap, we can't hear anything. Hold on.
It's known as The Dumb Show with host Matt Spear. You guys can find the show at The Dumb Show on social media or thedumbshow.com.
Good evening, Don't Unfriend Me Nation. Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me show. It's not like we accidentally didn't have audio. My name is Matthew Spear. I'm the host of Don't Unfriend Me. You can find us at The Dumb Show across all social media and podcasts.
I'm tired.
I don't care. No excuses. Get it right. Fixed it. And you can also find us at thedumbshow.com. If you want to pick up a cool shirt, some coffee, some amazing mugs and all that stuff, we have it there. Opening day of baseball, Houston Astros going to go looking to repeat.
Go Stros.
Looking to repeat. You know, I hope everyone has the new rules down. So I don't know if you know this, but hitting into the shift, the Astros were dead last in the league, but getting the most outs in the league without the shift, Astros were number 1. So you guys should have an even harder time beating the Houston Astros with their superior pitching this year. Good luck, Yankees. Colorado Avalanche lost last night to the Minnesota Wild. Yeah, that's okay. This is kind of Minnesota Wild's, that really their Stanley Cup. And the interesting point is, I don't know if you heard, but there is the Minnesota Wild. It's my understanding that they, at the end of their season, all of them have to have testicular surgery. Did you know this?
No.
Every single one of them, because they have no cups.
No, the better one.
That one's really good. You know what? I don't give a shit what your joke is. At least respect mine first and give me my laugh and then throw out your joke. Okay, go now.
Is that better?
Yeah, do yours.
Okay. Why can you not get a drink in Minnesota?
I don't know.
Because they have no cups.
Yeah, I like mine better.
No, I told that one on the NHL forum and freaking everyone laughed.
I still think mine's better. I think because it shows that they have no nuts either.
Whose is better?
Everyone's going to say you because you're cute and you're a princess and you're a girl
I'm
you
a
need.
Goddess.
Let's do equality.
Equality.
Yeah, I identify as a woman. And she identifies as a woman.
I identify as tired tonight.
You identify as tired. You look tired.
I'm exhausted.
Holy shit. Did I say that? Here, sorry. All right.
I don't care.
Yeah, that's Matt's. Thank you. Mine's so much better. Thank you.
I'm living off a chocolate shake. And
Olivia
banana bread.
for the win. Whatever, Lee. Dude, she's mine. You're not going to get laid. I love all the guys out there that are just hoping for a sure thing. Like I kick off with a heart attack and they're like, Olivia, I'm here to support you. And then
No, it's
Whatever.
a woman that plays video games and likes sports and actually genuinely likes it and understands it. That's what it is.
Whatever. That's sexist. It's very sexist. I like sports. I like video games. What does it matter that you're a woman? I mean, it shouldn't matter. I should have equality. I don't understand. Whatever. All right. So let's get to this. All right.
I'm trying to find a soundbite. I can't.
It's
I'm
okay.
working on it.
Just find the snoring one because you're going to fall asleep. Folks, joke was better. Whatever. I don't care.
Is that better?
All right. So let's do this. Let's go ahead. Olivia is a badass, hot Viking warrior woman.
I'm a Latina warrior woman.
Viking.
Actually,
More like a vato. She's a vato from the barrio of Montana, where there was all white. She was the most ethnic person there, and she's white.
My Mexican heritage comes from Chihuahua, Mexico. Chihuahua, as Hayden says.
People used to burn chalupas on her lawn. I mean, come on, in Montana. Seriously. They would dress in brown sheets over there. It's crazy. All right.
Oh, goodness.
All right. Let's get, there's so much to go over. I mean,
and I don't have a clue what's going on, so you're going to have to enlighten me.
But well, what's new? It's a day and there's always news, right? I mean, it's like every day there's something. Sorry, my light's driving me crazy tonight. I gotta get this dialed in real quick. I don't know what happened to my light, but my light is very.
Which one?
The front one. It's very light bright. That's a little better. A little warmer. It was very
light bright.
Yeah, it was white. It was just white. Oh,
bright. I was thinking like the toy light bright.
That's right, Liv. It's a light bright. It's a $1,700 light bright. Yes, it does a very good job. All right. So let's get to this because we got a lot to do tonight, and the funny part's over. So, the whole indictment is hilarious, and I want to do what I always. I just don't want to repeat what Tucker Carlson or Jesse's going to repeat tonight. I guess it's a waste of time, right? And I've already done shows on this indictment and how it's a big nothing burger. But let's look at this from. I only had 42 minutes to put this all together. So luckily, my brain is, I guess, a sponge. And a lot of this I pulled up and said, okay, well, what are we seeing? And I always like to look and find out what are we seeing in the media that leads me to believe that this is bunk. Well, okay, we got to go back 2 days, and well, not just 2 days. I want to tell you what happened, so you can understand. And I have no evidence of any of this, but somehow by the end of it, you're gonna be like, oh my God, this makes total sense. That's what I usually do, right? Is because it's analysis. And you just have to know how they play the game. And the Democrats are going to use this to their political advantage. And the Republicans are going to be telling the truth in this case. If the roles are reversed, it would be the Republicans using it to their advantage, like with Hillary Clinton, and the Democrats telling the truth in this case. If you would go back to the 16 hours of testimony with Benghazi with Hillary Clinton, and people take her soundbite, at this point, what difference does it make? Nobody listened to the whole thing because I happen to watch all 16 effing hours of that event, and it was like 12. But I will tell you this, in context, it's not what she said. She was... And I will never defend Hillary Clinton in my life. I'm just telling you what happened. Is that she was continuing to get browbeaten, which she should have been. She was continued to get pressure and push in the same questions. And it was just literally senator after senator, just nailing her, just hitting her. Boom, 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 boom. And finally, the question beforehand was really a semantics question. And she led the entire conversation with, I've been here. I've answered all of your questions. I haven't ducked anything. I've got my affidavits. I've had my subpoenas answers. I'm sitting in front of you. I'm doing all of this. And you want to know about this X variant. At this point, what difference does it make? It was one in exasperation, and it was totally uncalled for and stupid, and a soundbite that was handed to the Republicans. And Hillary Clinton, for all her shrewdness, should have known better, and how it would be perceived, very similar to there's good guys on both sides with Donald Trump with Charlottesville. You just have to be, you always have to live in 15 seconds in your head when you're talking, because anyone can use it against you if you frame it incorrectly or leave a big, profound 800-pound bomb at the end of your summation. Not a good idea. That's why I'm long in the tooth when I describe things, because I want to spread the concept out and not just leave it till the end, but kind of build up to my point. Therefore, you can't take me out of context. But even I make mistakes. I despise Hillary Clinton. I think she should be in prison. My point is, it's not like both sides don't play this game, which is using political opportunity to make the opposition look bad. It's just so in this case that the Democrats are using this indictment. They'll use the Georgia indictment the same way. They'll use the other opportunities to go after Trump the same way. And this is the dance we'll play. So to put it in a context, I've already said this is a giant nothing burger. Now, there's some things I want to break down. First of all, I have Trump's statement, which I want to get to because I know everyone cares and wants to see it. And anyone out there who's apologizing for being a Trump supporter, you don't need to apologize to be a Trump supporter. Olivia, are we on Rumble? We're on Facebook, right?
Yes, Rumble and Facebook.
Okay, great. So let's get to Trump's statement. I've got a video of Trump and his message also. Some things that you're not going to see in the media, because the media right now are doing analysis. I'm just going to give you the cold hard facts. We're going to go into another indictment that happened that every single media station is pretending didn't happen. This isn't the first president to be indicted. I don't know why everyone's pretending that this is the only president in the United States to be indicted. They're like 240 years and this is the most embarrassing. What? No, it's not. We'll talk about it. But first, here's Trump's statement. And good luck reading that because it's very, very small. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to blow it up. Excuse me. I got to stop drinking my shake before the show. I get hiccups, air bubbles. Trump, 2024, 45th president of the United States of America. The number one question I've been asked, Matt, can he still run for president? Yes, he can. Even if he's indicted, even if he's guilty. Doesn't say anything about not having a felony on your record. Now, there are some statute of limitations when it comes to this case, and there are some things in the Constitution that they may argue around seditious behavior or contributing to treasonous activity that if they make the January 6th stuff stick, well, then, Trump's not going to be able to run and he won't be the president. That's just the way it's going to be. But there's no way that they're going to unpack that in the next 17 months. It's just not going to happen. This case won't be done in 17 months. This indictment won't be solved in 17 months. Now, tonight, and let's go over this. I'm going to tell you why you were wrong about DeSantis, like I said, and you owe me a huge apology, all of you. I'm going to talk about Donald Trump's reaction. I'm going to give you his statement letter. I'm going to tell you the other president who was indicted that nobody knows. How am I the only person that knows this shit? I mean, what is wrong with me, Olivia?
You're smart.
Thanks, honey. You're hot. You're
smart.
You're hot.
I know.
It's true. So we'll talk about that. And then I'm going to talk to you about Brian Krasenstein, this douche plow. And he made a 30-second video, which... Listen, Krasenstein, he's an epic troll. He's fantastic. He's making millions off of it. But I am so much better at narration and running a show than he is. His show literally looks like Captain Kangaroo inserted into Pee Wee Herman's body into a latent San Francisco homosexual who attempts to do a show. I want you to take that image, and when I show it, you're going to be like, oh my God, Matt's right. Okay, here we go. Donald Trump says, this is political persecution and election interference at the highest level in history. From the time I came down the golden escalator at Trump Tower, and even before I was sworn in as your president of the United States, the radical left Democrats, the enemy of the hardworking men and women of this country, have been engaged in a witch hunt to destroy and make America great again movement. To destroy the Make America Great Again movement, excuse me. You remember it just like I do. Russia, 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 the Mueller hoax, Ukraine, 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 impeachment hoax 1, impeachment hoax 2, the illegal and unconstitutional Mar-a-Lago raid, and now this. The raid on Mar-a-Lago was not unconstitutional or illegal, just FYI. There was a warrant. I've shown you the warrant. The warrant was legal. It was signed by a judge. There was sufficient evidence. He did reject to return government property, yours and mine. This is not in contention. The content is, which is a bogus bullshit hoax. But I think everyone's now learned that when the NARA says return government documents, I think everyone's now going to jump, especially Mike Pence, Joe Biden, Barack Obama, and any former president or government official is going to jump, okay? But it wasn't unconstitutional. That's bullshit. The Democrats have lied. Well, now we're back onto the truth. Cheated and stolen in their obsession with trying to get Trump, but now they've done the unthinkable, indicting a completely innocent person in an act of blatant election interference. Now, if I'm going to go ahead and be honest here, them assuming he is guilty is 100% wrong and incorrigible. And him saying that he's innocent without a trial and proof of that is absolutely his right. There's nothing he's saying that is, every innocent person has the presumption of innocence. That's the way it works. You are innocent until proven guilty. So by accusing him of a crime, he has the presumption of innocence, and that to say it is election interference is most assuredly true, since it is actually presented by an opposition party and somebody who is a Democrat shill. Yeah, that's election interference. And I'm sorry, I can only state the truth. Donald Trump, no matter how much you like him, dislike him, love him, or hate him, he's innocent. Until proven guilty. Oh, well, there's a letter. I don't give a shit. They already tried to nail him in a civil case and it was thrown out. Stormy Daniels had to pay him. He went to a prostitute, allegedly, and she had to pay to screw Donald Trump. Isn't that some shit there? Do we have a soundbite for this, or are you just going to read your phone all day? What are you doing?
I was checking the score of the game. See,
Fuck the game. This is more important. You're on a show. The hell are you doing? I know you're a sports fan, but get in here. I mean, do you have an ooh and ah or a boner or something? I mean, come on. Thank you. God, now go back to your game. Jesus.
I just wanted to check.
What's the score?
0-0.
Shit. Okay, come on. Let's go, Strauss. It's my wife, everybody. It's Olivia. She's hot. So
That's all I am tonight.
That's not true. She's so tired. She drove 3.5 hours to Delaware, 3.5 hours back, and I'm just giving her a hard time.
And then went and took Ethan to baseball, and then picked Hayden up from playing, then went back to baseball practice.
Don't make it sound like I don't do anything. Come on.
I never said you didn't. That was just my day.
Listen, don't be a Democrat. Okay, so never before in our nation's history has this been done. That's not true. They did it to Nixon. They did it to Reagan. They did it to Bush Jr. They couldn't do it to Senior because Senior would have put hidden all their bodies. This isn't true. The reason why this seems so much more on Trump is the state of information. The speed of which information is disseminated and processed throughout this country. That's really why this feels like everything's Trump 24/7. But I will say to Trump that this is the biggest for sure. The only, no, this has happened before. It happens all the time. It even happens to stooges like Mitt Romney and Bob Dole. They go after everybody. They really go after Trump because Trump was one of the only ones to stand up for himself besides Reagan. And they crucified Reagan during his tenure too. They're doing the same thing to Trump. Yeah, everybody's watching the game. All right, let's keep going. Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg, who was handpicked and funded by George Soros, which is true, is a disgrace. Rather than stopping the unprecedented crime wave taking over New York City, which is true, he has a horrible record. 52% of the actual felonies that were prosecuted the year before. I've shown you guys this graph. He's elected to rewrite law. As a DA, your job and only job is to prosecute the law that's currently on the books. You don't get to change it. You don't get to decide, oh, this is hard. I don't want to go ahead and charge for this. I'm going to go ahead and change the law because I don't want to overcrowd prison. I mean, geez, I've got things to do. I've got to go to the Copacabana and have my tango lessons with my wife. I don't have time for this shit. This is a lot of work. We're going to go at murder, rape? Nah, misdemeanor. Let's let these people out with cashless bail. Come on. That's what he's been doing. If the ostentatious dick can even have a wife, I don't know. Pardon my French. Rather than stopping the unprecedented crime, New York City, he's doing Joe Biden's dirty work, ignoring the murders and the burglaries and the assaults he should be focused on. This is how Bragg spends his time. Let's not forget that Alvin Bragg, when he came into office, literally wiped the slate clean on Donald Trump and said, I'm not going to go ahead and charge for any of these crimes. There's no there. I'm done. Two prosecutors who were leading the investigations ultimately resigned in scandal over Bragg and saying, well, look at all the work we've done. The police don't like him. The fellow prosecutors and assistant district attorneys and trial lawyers in the system in New York, they all don't like him. The only people who like him is Democrats. Why? Because you let criminals go. And we know why, because it's their primary voter base and their family voter base. Can we stop lying? Can we stop pretending that Democrats are in the business of harvesting people who are dependent on the government? What benefit is it to Democrats to alienate their voter base by throwing their family members in jail? Think about it. They don't want the inner cities to stop. That's their voting base. And okay, let me give you an idea. Here it is. Are you ready? What if Republicans took Matlock off the air?
No.
Yeah. We'd never win another election again. Every old person in the world, every old white person would be like, fuck the Republican Party.
And Murder, She Wrote.
Right, Murder, She Wrote. Yeah, they're just like,
Wrote.
fuck it, I'm a Democrat now. Nope, I'm out. I'm out. What do you mean John Denver can't be played on the radio? I'm leaving. I'm going to another party.
That John Denver was full of shit.
That John Denver was full of shit. That's the one we need to get.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously, you're not going to alienate your voter base. That's why Republicans are never going to stand firm on guns. Everyone's like, oh, it's the NRA. No, it's not the NRA. They don't want to lose the votes. Just like abortion. You think all Democrats believe in abortion? No, they don't. No, they don't. They do it because they're curtailing to their base. It's a representative democracy, remember? So they're representing their constituents and what they want. That's the way the parties work. Do you believe every single Republican is pro-gun to hilt? No, they're not. No, because these issues haven't defined the Republican Party. Gun control was never a Democratic issue up until we started seeing these major mass shootings. After Kennedy was shot, did anyone talk about gun control? Come on. You saw it after Reagan and they banned semi-automatic weapons when the guy was shot with a .38. A revolver, 6-round revolver. Come on. Come on. Optics, folks. You're not going to alienate your base, number one. So let's be honest here. Democrats do things for votes. Money, power, votes. That's it. You can break it down to all of that. Republicans are the same way. Let's stop pretending they aren't. There are Republicans who are currently serving that 20 years ago did not give a hoot about the Second Amendment at all. Let's stop pretending that they did. Now, a lot of them did. A lot of them were gun owners. A lot of them were from the Midwest. We understand that. And guns are a necessary way of life out here. I mean, how many water buffalo do I clean off the front yard who try to attack the children every single day with my weaponry?
Not the water buffalo, probably the deer.
Yeah, a lot of those damn. They keep eating.
God.
They keep eating our freaking flowers.
Our hostas.
Bastards.
Can I say something about the New York DA?
Yeah. Let me just finish the statement, then I'll
Okay.
close it up. So our movement and our party, united and strong, will first defeat Alvin Bragg. And okay, so this is where I haven't read this yet. I take problems with this. Let's read it again. I believe this witch hunt will backfire massively on Joe Biden. I do too. The American people realize exactly what the radical left are doing here. Everyone sees it. Our movement and our party, united and strong, will first defeat Alvin Bragg, and then we will defeat Joe Biden. We're going to throw every last one of our crooked Democrats out of office so we can make America great again. Okay. You make your comment, then I'll make mine. Go. And push your button.
That's
the Democratic base.
Okay, it's my papa. Okay. Mama came in doo-doo.
I know one little kitty who's going home with mommy tonight.
Oh, goodness. I didn't realize his first name was Alvin. And
Yep.
when you said that, my
Alvin,
first thought
Simon.
was no,
See it?
that Alvin and the Chipmunks is the first thing that popped into my head, and now I can't get it out.
Which song?
He's gonna just the cartoon, Alvin and the Chipmunks. That's the first thing maybe the Christmas song, or the Lost Tooth one.
Oh, God.
All I want for Christmas.
I hate the Chipmunks. You know you can make any song the Chipmunks by getting on a record player and speeding it up?
Yeah, so I'm now going to call them Chipmunks. So the
Okay, brag.
DA of New York is a chipmunk.
Okay, DA Chipmunk. So what about him?
That's all. I didn't
Wow,
realize.
Liv, that's some stunning color commentary. Thanks so
know.
much. Did you push the button so people could know who you were, so they could send
that button.
They could send requests for autographs? Anyway, so I'm glad we waited for that. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so
You wanted me on. I told
you're
you.
right. You're right. Alvin Chipmunk brag. I mean, it's gonna be in the newspaper tomorrow. People are like Alvin Chipmunk brag. They're like, Donald Trump's going to own it. Chipmunk brag. And we're going to be like, you son of a bitch. You stole that from me.
I'm copywriting that right now.
I want royalties. I want royalties.
Yep.
Okay.
Dude, if he actually comes out and says that, if he actually calls him Chipmunk because Trump is.
Yeah, he'd be like, Don't Unfriend Me podcast is huge.
Huge.
Like, huge. Chipmunk, Alvin, brag, Olivia, love you. I'd just be like, sweet. All right.
Wouldn't that be nice?
It would be.
Just throw us a few million now.
It's like he's like
back
at,
our podcast.
He's like, ladies and gentlemen, at the Dumb Show DUMB. No, you son of a bitch. There's no B. There's millions of people going to the DUMB show, which is probably something about I don't know, Dumb and Dumber Part 3. It's a petition, and my show's sitting here just like cobwebs. It's like, come on,
I don't think we've got a Dumb and Dumber soundbite.
I don't think we do either.
No.
All right, so let's get to this. So the whole statement's fine. Everything's great until the end. This is not us against Alvin Bragg. Okay. This is you, Donald, against Alvin Bragg. You're the one that allegedly slept with a prostitute. You're the one that admitted to paying her hush money, and you did through Cohen. You reimbursed him. Listen, people, stop it. Donald Trump probably slept with Stormy Daniels, right? Come on.
I guarantee you did.
Come on. No, you can't say that. You don't know that. But let's just be honest, okay? And it doesn't matter what she swore in a statement. It only matters what you say under testimony. So Twitter doesn't matter. Sending out a letter from a lawyer doesn't matter. You have to be under oath, okay? An affidavit doesn't matter unless it is actually taken as a sworn statement and you're sworn in. Everything else is just conjecture, speculation, speculative statements. So we can only take what Stormy Daniels and Cohen said under oath. And what they said under oath was recanting everything else. She lost the civil suit. We know this. But more than likely, Donald Trump diddled her. Okay, come on. Can we just say that? All right, great. Now that we all agree. He also paid Cohen back for the money. We know that, $420,000. And the whole reason this is even being brought up is because of the way that he's put those payments in with the election campaign as a retainer to a lawyer. And that's not what happened. Okay? It's not hearsay. It's not hearsay. None of that is hearsay. That's all fact. I've already done the show. Go look it up. Go look up Cohen. Go look up Donald Trump. Go look up Stormy Daniels on any of my pages and go watch the show and then come back to me. And then I've got written proof. I've got the photos. I watch you all through this. Even so, who cares? It's not against the law. Now, the only way, and I want to be really, really clear, because this is super important, is I want to walk you through the things that make this case completely stupid, dumb, which we will. But first, the indictment of a former president. And it blows me away. So as always, I started looking and I started doing some searches right when this came up. I'm like, how is the media? Remember I told you the media is going to take this one of two ways. Republicans are going to use this exactly the way I said, because here's what the Democrats want. The Democrats want the following. They want the arresting photo. They want the mugshot. Well, What does Donald Trump want, Olivia?
He wants the mugshot too.
He wants the mugshot too. This is fantastic. They both want the mugshot. Democrats want to put it in their ad that says, we got him. And they didn't. They've got nothing. They're going to get their hopes up. They're going to drink all this champagne. They're going to spend all this money partying and stroking each other off. And in the end, they're going to have one hell of a hangover. And Donald Trump is going to be exactly in the position that he's in right now. Nothing's going to happen. He's not going to jail. I'll tell you what's going to happen to him. And then everyone can relax. But these are the headlines. Former President Trump indicted by New York grand jury. Trump indicted by grand jury in New York hush money case. There's no case. Hush money isn't illegal in New York. That's not what it's about. Of course, the Washington Post is saying it wrong. Trump indicted, reaction to Trump lawmakers, allies, office, and more. And then I want you to look at the one I have highlighted in purple. And this should tell you something. What I already knew. And this is confirmation. CNN, of all places, did it too. Former President Trump indicted by New York grand jury. That's close, but that's not it. The one who got it right was the AP News that said Donald Trump indicted, first ex-president charged with crime. Wait a second. Why would they say it like that? Does anybody know why they would say it like that? Why would they? Why would they say ex-president? Well, he's an ex-president, Matt. Actually, he's a former president. Just like you're not a former Marine. You're always a Marine. You could be a former SEAL, but you're not an ex-Navy SEAL. He's a former president. And all titles and titles of nobility herein until he dies. Mr. President.
You can't expect to wield supreme executive power just because some watery tart threw a sword at you.
So when you look at this, why would they use that vernacular? Well, it's really simple. Because he's not the first president to be indicted. Richard Nixon was indicted. The problem is that Richard Nixon, when you look at what happened to him, Gerald Ford played a huge role in this by pardoning him. So the indictment and the charges became nil. But they had formally convened a grand jury. They had formally put in articles of indictment against Richard Nixon, and he most assuredly was going to be indicted. He was indicted on March 1st, 1974, just a few short days and a month after or before my birthday. The greatest day in U.S. history.
Your birthday.
Are you even listening?
I'm typing to your fans in Rumble right now because you told me to be more active in Rumble, so I'm
love you.
actually doing it.
I
cannot multitask right now.
It's all right. You can multitask just fine, just not here. For their roles in the Watergate scandal, the grand jury was also named Nixon as an unindicted co-conspirator. The indictments marked the first time in U.S. history that a president was so named. The criminal indictment approved by the grand jury against President Nixon on 4 criminal counts: bribery, conspiracy, obstruction of justice, and obstruction of criminal investigation. Jaworski decided to let Congress decide how to proceed against Nixon instead of directly indicting Nixon, and Nixon subsequently resigned and was pardoned by his successor, Gerald Ford. It's still an indictment. Grand jury convened. Just because they decided to go ahead and say, well, how we're going to handle that will be decided by the Senate like they do in an impeachment, doesn't mean that the indictment process didn't take place. I have it all right here for you, all 15 pages of it. If you'd like to read it, you can. The Freedom of Information Act got this information in 2018. So it wasn't publicly known until the last few years. So when the media says ex-president, first ex-president indicted, what they're saying is that there is a president who has been indicted, and it's Richard Nixon. So let's go ahead and keep it in perspective. Now, it doesn't help us because he was a Republican. But there was another president who has been impeached along with Nixon, Bill Clinton. And what you're looking at is hush money has been paid by Clinton to 3 different women. He settled out of court for $850,000 to Paula Jones, gave money to Juanita Broadwick and others, was accused of rape, sexual assault. Excuse me. He put a cigar in a woman's nether region.
Well, that was some weird shit.
Yeah.
It would be even better if you did this in your Clinton voice.
He put a cigar in Miss Lewinsky's nether region where she shaves her hoo-ha. And it's the first time she had a Cuban.
Allegedly.
No, this isn't allegedly. This is actually proven. I'm sorry. I defined what it was. It's the first time Miss Lewinsky's had a Cuban, all 8 inches of it. She took that Cuban cigar anyway, sorry. I was very resolute in my, I'm sorry, once again, resolute desk. She took it like a champ. She dressed for the occasion.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is it?
I smoked the cigar afterwards. Why? Well, because I can. I'm the president of the United States. No, stop. It was lovely. It was lovely.
I'm sure it didn't taste like a Cuban cigar after that. I don't know what nationality is Monica.
I don't know. It had a fishy taste. It must have dropped in the water when it came off the boat in Havana.
Oh my God.
Had a little more like swordfish or something. Maybe mackerel or tuna. I'm not sure, but it had it was.
How dare you?
It was oily and fishy. Anyway.
We need a barf. We need a barf sound on here.
So anyway, but she enjoyed every minute of it. I promise you she did. It was fantastic. Anyway.
Now, Mr. Clinton, did you use your saxophone as well?
She spent plenty of time blowing my saxophone.
Because I heard pan instruments are fun.
She did. She put her teeth on my reed and I vibrated. I'm not going to lie. I did. I vibrated.
We apologize. This has now become an R-rated show. Or X.
So, right. Listen, I lit the cigar simply to get rid of evidence. I'm not going to lie. I wanted to get rid of the evidence. I tried to burn the dress, but it was too wet and it wouldn't catch.
Instead, he put it in Hillary's closet and she accidentally wore it out.
That's right. Hillary wore it too 25 years later. So anyway, listen. You've got a litany of things like this. Did Donald Trump break the law? Yeah, the written letter of the law, sure. Was it a misdemeanor? Yes, but let's go into the detail, okay? Because I can sit here and tell you why anything can be brought against anybody. Like I said, you can indict, they've said this, you can indict a ham sandwich. And let's face it, I never pass up a ham sandwich. I love tuna sandwiches too, to be honest. I love a good tuna. I do. Hey, by the way, if you haven't heard this one, Olivia, look at me real quick. You look good over there. I like my women like my scotch, 12 years old. So I just thought I'd tell you. What? Don't take offense. It's like a fine wine. The first issue that Bragg... It's 0-0. Well, Valdez is going to pitch. Valdez wants a no. Have they got any hits? All right, I love you. I got to keep going.
Bottom of the 6-0-0, huh?
Yeah, it's going to be, well, at least it's a no. I don't think it's a no, but it's definitely a no so far. Okay, love you, come on. Love you, buddy. So here's the first issue with the case. The first issue, hands down, is time. Trump committed the underlying campaign finance offense, not a crime, an offense in 2016. So the statute of limitations on bookkeeping fraud, if that's what it is, and campaign finance violations is 5 years. Do the math with me, folks, please. That brings you to 2021. Statute of limitations for tax evasion is 3 years. Utah, give me 3. It's a great little meatball sandwich place right around the corner. Utah, go around the corner. Give me a couple sandwiches and a pink lemonade. Utah, give me 3. Even if you don't start the clock on that until the story breaks in the news in 2018, that brings you once again to 2021. And the statute of limitations clock starts ticking not when it's reported or not when it's found, but when it occurred. To get to 2023, Bragg appears to be arguing that the statute of limitations paused while Trump was president and living out of state. Bullshit. You could have filed the charges and asked for an extension on the grand jury. We know how this works. Knock it off. You guys move frickin' testimony. You move courts. You move it on the docket for a frickin' rainstorm or a rabbit farting in the woods. Trust me, the president serving his term, you certainly could have brought charges and then simply suspended them until he left office. Don't give me that shit, Bragg. It's not necessarily a good one, and we know that, and certainly not one that has been tested enough to know how it's going to hold up in courts, because it won't. The alleged immunity Trump had from prosecutions applied only at the federal level. Local prosecutors, he's not exempt from. Like Bragg's predecessor, Cyrus Vance, who was the Manhattan DA during Trump's presidency, could have charged him with this crime at any time. Any time!
Gee, I wonder why now.
I wonder why, too.
Could it possibly be?
The second issue is that Bragg is doing a lot of legal contortioning to make this a felony instead of a misdemeanor. For Bragg to charge Trump with felony bookkeeping fraud, he needs to show that Trump committed that crime to cover up some other crime, which I've stated before, either campaign finance violation or tax violation at the federal level. But that's harder to do when the feds won't prosecute Trump for the graver misdeeds that are beyond Bragg's purview, that everyone's waiting in the wings for. This Georgia and January 6th bullshit, which also is a big nothing burger. Even if everything goes well, hear me, mock me.
Mock me.
Mock me. Even if everything goes well and Trump is tried, convicted, there's simply no way that any judge or appellate court sentencing the Republican front runner for a presidential nomination to jail during the election based on these charges. He's not going to prison. You're not going to see him in handcuffs. He's not going to go into a cell and be singing "Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, coming forth and carry me home. Swing low."
Oh, sweet chariot.
I don't know the rest of this song. Thank you. That's right. Toby. Kuta Kinte. Toby. Kuta Kinte. Toby. Kuta Kinte. All right. Folks, you only get this shit here. There's no other show on the planet that does it as well as we do. Well, I don't know about well. He's not going to jail. Trump, if loses all of the pre-trial appeals, which he won't because his lawyers are worth more than the DA, and they've got more money, and they're going to put this thing in gridlock forever. It'll look like Los Angeles moved to Houston, okay? Nothing will move for years on this. And even if he's brought to trial and he's convicted and he loses all of his post-conviction appeals and those appeals are resolved before the election, bullshit. All done and said.
Bullshit.
Are you ready?
Si, senor.
He's going to have to pay a fine. Oh,
I wonder if he can afford it.
the drudgery. What is he going to do?
Oh, my God.
I wonder what the fine will be. To tell the truth, well, then he's going to go to jail. But if not, he's got it in the bag. It's going to be a fine. This is the dumbest thing. Listen, they know.
Oh my God, what's going on?
They all know. And all the Democrats, okay, so get this. All the Democrats are flipping out, right? They are all flipping out. They can't freaking imagine. Look at this. This is Jeff Tiedrich. He is a paid shill for the left. He's paid by the DNC. They met in the White House with Joe Biden and Barack Obama. There's like 30 of these people. Brian Krasenstein, the JoJo Siwa chick, Jeff Tiedrich, all of them. He basically looks like
JoJo Siwa can't even vote.
It's not JoJo Siwa. Her name's JoJo, and I make fun of her and call her JoJo Siwa. Get with the damn times, Liv. Jeff Tiedrich is a mixture of Eric Clapton and Steven Spielberg. Yeah, without the money and anything else. There he is. You see his
Jeff
picture?
Tiedrich is he's a looker.
No, he's a giant dipshit. I mean, literally, he looks like he has Richard Dean Anderson's haircut from MacGyver, without the blonde flowing locks, but gray and black. He basically looked like an AIDS victim. That's the bed. Like if Philadelphia was to do pre-Tom Hanks before he got AIDS, this would be Jeff Tiedrick. Allegedly. See how I threw that in there? You can't touch me. You can't sue me. This is a humor site. See? Can't touch this.
See, I don't have these sound bites, so I'm having
Jeff Tiedrick looks like he touches children. Allegedly. See? Protection. I'm too small time for you to sue me. You're not going to get anything anyway, Jeff. But he's a paid shill for the left. They all are. They're douchebags, right? And I don't know the guy personally, but I've read his, listen, this is holy fucking shit. Donald Trump has been indicted by the Manhattan DA. You guys only been waiting for this for like fucking 7 years. He goes, pop those champagne corks, buckos. And then I put, and cook up those nothing burgers. Yeehaw! I don't know why he hasn't blocked me yet. This guy's a putz. But here's the thing.
I don't think I got a cowboy one.
I just did it really well. Yeehaw!
Yeehaw.
Here, start firing. I go. Okay. So here's the thing. All these paid shills for the left, they're all celebrating. I mean, they're literally spent. Their wives, if they have them, are going to want to go ahead and sleep with them tonight. They're going to be like, oh, honey, no, I've already performed for myself. Donald Trump was indicted. I'm spent tonight. I can't do anymore. I'm spent. Here's a picture of all of them outside the White House. Look at, there's Tiedrick all the way to the left, right next to JoJo. You know he's probably trying to cop a feel. All of these people right here. There's 24 of them. This is all their @ handles. They're paid shills for the DNC. They literally are paid and told what to post. If the Republic,
Dude, why can't I get hired for a job like that?
To get paid to be told what to do? You married me. That's what you. It's the same thing. Duh. What?
I'm confused.
I pay you to do my bidding. Whatever. Okay, so.
Feeling stormy. I'm sorry to call.
You're feeling stormy. Holy
said,
shit! Do you want to do milfy porn? Is that what
no,
you're?
I'm reading.
Do you want to go? Do you want to go ahead and blackmail Donald Trump with me? Go sleep with Donald, and we'll sue his ass. Allegedly.
And then I have to pay him for it.
Yeah.
No, I was.
Then
you'll have
that right. Then we'll have to pay him. Freaking yeah. All right.
That was just funny.
I think Donald might want. Let's ask. We'll send him a picture. Donald, would you have an affair with my wife? No. You know what? Donald Trump.
I would rather.
Donald Trump ain't having affairs with nobody right now.
I would rather sleep with Melania than Trump. To be completely
Yeah, so would
honest.
I. I mean, we have that in common. I would too. I love Melania.
She's beautiful.
What they did to her was such bullshit. You know what? Nobody talked about Jackie Onassis' topless pictures in Greeks when she was doinking somebody else. But, you know, Melania, she's from Europe, okay? There's two things that Europeans do very well. They pose nude and they smoke. I mean, come on. All right. So here's the thing. Is you've got these shills that do this and they post these things. And not because they believe them. It's because they're told and paid what to do. And I want you to be clear. These people have millions. This was up for 3 minutes and it already had 3,000 retweets, 24,000 likes. These people have millions who use them as news and they're paid for. They're propagandists. Right there alone, it should get you not to trust the DNC or the media. Now, I want to be clear with you. I've got 200 plus on, and that's great. I mean, it's nice to see. Plus Rumble, probably 250. That's not bad.
46 on Rumble.
Great.
It's going up.
That's great. Hi, all my Rumble people. Ben Shapiro had 450 on today. So I'm not doing too bad. I've got 1/10 of his users. I'll take this. But if the RNC came up to me and they said, Matt, we want you to be a shill for the right. You know what I'd tell them to do? Go play hide and go fuck yourself. We'll pay $1 million a year. Go play hide and go F yourself twice. Because my integrity is not for sale. I'm not going to.
Oh, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
That's what you would say.
maybe a million. That sounded like you this morning when you were too tired to make whoopee. So
it was yesterday morning.
Whatever. So it all's a blur to me. So The answer is no. Even for okay, $1 million. All right, I might say like what do you mean pedal, right? What do you like? Can I have my own opinion, or is it how many times do I have to post? Can I create a dummy account? Can I put like little asterisks next to my post so people know which ones are paid and which ones aren't? No. The answer is no. Because I didn't get in this business and do this job to get rich. I did this because I was bored and I was middle-aged and I was going through a crisis. And here it is. This is the aftermath.
At least you didn't buy a sports car and sleep with women.
I couldn't afford it. Sleep with, well, as far as you know. By the way, my midlife crisis wasn't about women. It was about men. Oh. That's right. Lee Houston and I.
Were they hot?
No. Lee's got a body of like an 18-year-old Adonis, though. You just look at his profile picture and you can see it. Anyway, so here's the deal. All of the things that you're going to hear right now, especially with this first indictment ever, presidents have been impeached. Okay? Impeachment is just like indictment. It's moving forward to prosecute. That's all it is. It's saying that there's enough evidence to move forward with trial. That's all it says. That's all it says. It doesn't assume guilt. It does nothing because all you do is show prosecutorial evidence. Say there's no defense here. There's no defense attorney. The statements are voluntary. They asked Trump if he wanted to appear. He said no. He didn't get any criminal points against him for that. He didn't get any obstruction charges for that. Relax. It would be okay. This is the example, ladies and gentlemen. What Super Bowl are we on?
I don't care.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, Super Bowl 76. The New England Patriots versus nobody.
You said the Patriots. I had to boo.
The New England Patriots versus nobody will be playing in Super Bowl 76. The Patriots bring a stellar offense, amazing defense, and special teams that are unrivaled. The other team, there is no other team. Who will win?
Fully inflated balls is what they bring.
Who will lose? Giselle is on the 1 yard line, ready to take the kickoff against the New England Patriots. She's a pissed off woman who's been divorced, and she's gonna fucking rip Brady apart.
She's a Latina woman.
Let's get ready to rumble. No, that's what it's like. You have the prosecution, and there's no defense. The grand jury doesn't get to hear any counter evidence or any counterpoints. No exculpatory evidence. Nothing. No statements, no witnesses that are for the defense, only for the prosecution. That's a grand jury, and that's the same fucking thing that happens in an impeachment. And then separately, in an impeachment process, you will have the defenders. You saw the Republicans go ahead and do this and defend. But not in the grand jury. It's not the way it works. Now, the whole thing is a shill. We haven't even had a trial, and people are saying he's guilty. So instead of celebrating the New England Patriots against nobody and saying, oh, what a game this is going to be, let's get to the point where the defense and the $5,000 an hour lawyers can destroy the state of New York and show them what an uppity Ivy League degree can really do. Okay.
Of course they're saying he's already guilty. I mean, the day after he was elected, they were saying they were going to impeach him, and he hadn't even taken office yet.
Right.
I mean, it's
Right.
the same people that were holding the signs up with when he had wanted Kavanaugh to go into office, and they were holding up the signs before he even said who was going in. Do you remember the signs that people were holding up?
I do.
Yeah. So I just can't think of exactly what they said.
What did Barbara say? Hold on. You got it. Why aren't you listen, you're supposed to be my person.
I have been. I've been laughing.
Yeah, but Barbara says, I'm sure he can afford it because he doesn't pay his bills.
But I haven't seen
Barbara, okay, Barbara, let me ask you a question. When you hired a male prostitute in Tijuana when you were 19 years old on spring break, and if he didn't perform for you, would you have still given him those 100 pesos? Or would you have went ahead and put it back in your pocket or your bikini? That didn't work. When you bought your houndstooth sweater and turtleneck from Kohl's and you found out that MSRP wasn't $84 that they were now selling for $12, would you want your money back? What if when you got your highlights put in and you got your beehive made up, if Fran from the salon didn't do a good job and it didn't have enough Aquanet in it, would you ask for your money back? Okay. So let's use those examples to say that if Donald Trump, who is a residential investor, and he hires contractors to do work, have you ever hired a plumber that didn't show up? We did. We had 2 of them 2 weeks ago that didn't show up. So I gave them money and they didn't come. Or they did show up and they wanted to go ahead and do something like replace both water softeners for $10,000 versus replace them with a $500 part. So I could have went there and given them the money and then hired someone else to come do the same job and given them money. Or I could say, I'm not paying you. Now, in the state of construction, which I happen to work in, and I happen to know what I'm talking about, you get stiffed a lot by contractors, remodelers, subcontractors, and it is a horrible process. And the one thing that you always have them do, besides Karens who have the work done, is cry about the work you do or cry about what they didn't get paid and the work they didn't do. So if you want me to have some sympathy for a bunch of New York contractors who are all unionized, yeah, you ain't going to get it from me. Now, you want to talk about the Trump University? Okay, I agree with you. That was a scam and it was horrible. I completely agree. You want to talk about him tax dodging? Well, that just makes him a good businessman. I'm sorry. I don't want to pay any as often or as much as I possibly can either. I want to pay as little as I can. Don't you? And if you don't, and you believe in higher taxes, why don't you just go ahead and write a check to the IRS preemptively before April 15th and just send them some money? No? Okay, well, Donald Trump doesn't want to do that either. I understand that Donald Trump is not the most ethical human being in the world when it comes to business practices. And when it comes to real estate and private and residential business, it's very difficult to be practical and ethical.
But what politician is ethical nowadays?
And not just that. Can we talk about what he did while he was in office versus what he did before or after office? So I appreciate your humor. I appreciate you letting me walk you down the road a little bit and letting you splash in some puddles. But overall, your hatred for Trump doesn't necessarily make these charges any more resilient in any way, shape, or form. So relax, okay? That you didn't win anything. Your day is going to be exactly like it is tomorrow. You're going to go out and walk your toy poodle, okay? You're going to go and pick it up with a bag of saran wrap. You're going to go talk to Marge next door, and you might have a cup of coffee, and you might splash it with a little bit of Grandpa's cough syrup.
She's going to go visit Wilma and Betty.
Wilma and Betty. You might have a tuna casserole in the oven. You're going to sit down and watch Days of Our Lives.
Make sure to tell Bam Bam and Pebbles hello.
You're going to watch Price is Right. Then you're going to go ahead and try to figure out what to do until 7 o'clock until Wheel of Fortune and Matlock come on.
Whatever.
So this every day is going to be like it is today. So let's just wait and see what happens before we start celebrating and jerking all of us off. Okay? Let's just relax.
We're on a roll with the comedy tonight.
I don't know if it's comedy. It's just
It's me being punchy because I'm tired. I get weird when I'm tired.
Carol Sanders says, is that a Ukrainian flag in your avatar? Yeah, you don't get to go on my show. I can't do it.
I'm not even seeing these.
That you don't have a French flag to support the government from the protests that are taking place? You don't have an Israeli flag to go ahead and boycott Netanyahu? Come on, don't you have enough room in your profile to put multiple Ukrainian pics in your picture? Come on. She says, ethical, he tells lies that violated the laws of physics. What?
Psychos!
Did he say the earth was flat and I missed it? And took advice from a 9/11 no planer.
What?
What's a 9/11 no planer?
Where's this comment? I don't even
Do you mean
it.
a 9/11 that there were no planes and that it was a government inside job? Yeah, there's a lot of people who believe that. There's a lot of people the Earth's flat. There's a lot of people who believe men can be women. Carol, you're not blowing my skirt up with anything here. I constantly prosecute the intelligence of the entire planet often. So he's taking advice from horrible people. What does that have to do with what we're talking about? I think Rudy Giuliani is one of the biggest freaking, like, he reminds me of Doc in Back to the Future, who didn't create a flux capacitor, but has all the crazy of Doc, okay? I don't like the Kraken. I'm not a big fan of most of it. Paul Manafort. I'm not a big fan of him either. I don't know what you want me to say. Your points don't really solidify him getting prosecuted or indicted today. Now, if you want to go ahead and tell me he did this, which makes it a felony, okay, tell me. Or this is why. Or the statute of limitations are unimportant because of this. But all you have is he violated the laws of physics.
How do you violate the laws of physics?
Well, I don't know. Maybe when he was in the Trump plane, it did this and created a zero-G environment. Oh, are you talking about his mass that he has a lunar gravitational pull because he eats so much fast food? What are you trying to say? What
would you like our daughter to come in and a 12-year-old daughter explain physics to you?
She'll crush it. She'll crush it.
She probably could have explained physics when she was 5. And
she already did. She explained gravity when she was like 3 years old, for God's sakes. She told us, we're sitting there in the kitchen, and Olivia hits it on the granite countertops and hits her elbow. And she's like, oh my God, why do they call it a funny bone? And my daughter goes, without looking up, reading a book, goes, because, Mom, it's the humerus bone.
She was 7.
I had no freaking idea. I'm a smart man. Listen, I've got a above average IQ. I had fantastic ACT scores. How did I didn't know it was the humerus bone? I did, but you don't
think of it that way.
Oh, humerus.
You don't think of it that way. Did you think that Trump walked on water? That's how he defined physics?
Who? Oh, yeah. Oh.
Maybe she thinks he walked on water.
Yeah, no. I rip on Trump all the time. I don't know what we're talking about here.
Did he turn water into wine? I don't know. Trying to figure out the whole defying physics thing. I don't get it.
I don't know. I just think that people who live in glass houses need to stop casting so many stones. We all have our problems. We've all done things. Like, if I could go up your ass with a microscope, what would we find? I mean, hey, hun, would you?
I know what we'd find.
A gavel? Who the hell puts I once had a ping pong put up my ass, ping pong and ding dang. I was shitting pancakes for a week. Anybody name the movie, I'll give you a free shirt. But you got to name it within the next 30 seconds because you can't Google it. Ping pong and ding dang. They shoved a paddle up my ass. The long way. I was shitting pancakes for a week. 15 seconds.
All I'm thinking about is, I can.
10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. No. Everyone try. No, it's Beer Fest. And some people are like, I know what it is. It's Beer Fest. No, too late.
Ooh, I can.
I'll give you. Oh, I want the mustache ride.
No, I do.
Who wants a mustache? Billy Madison, Full Metal Jacket. No. Okay.
No, Full Metal.
Tropic Thunder. Why not as Jerome Corsi, his 9/11? You're not listening. Trump couldn't understand paper punch cards. I never bought Corsi's gift from God Legal Defense. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Dude, do me a favor. I think Zelensky is making a press announcement on
Psycho check, psychos.
Do that one again.
I think Carol, is that your name? Carl? Whatever. You've got a man in your picture. You're Carl. Carl Sanders. Colonel Sanders, do me a favor. Zelensky is actually on right now on Women's Health as Woman of the Year. You should go take a look and watch his speech. It's really good. It's really good. Here is Trump's speech. I promised I'd play it for you. I'm as good as my word.
China, Russia, Iran, North Korea, and other nations of less than friendly nature are busy carving up the world as our once great United States of America sits back and watches. We are a failing nation with open borders, fake elections, and a horrible inflation-riddled economy. We no longer set the standard sets us. Our so-called leader does nothing. He's absolutely asleep at the wheel. Where have you gone, Joe DiMaggio? Where have you gone?
So, not the most prolific. What I love about the statement, which you may not have heard at the end of it, because I'm not going to play the whole thing because it's too much. He basically says if you can afford to send money, he says if you're hurting and you can't, don't worry about your support's enough. And if you can, please do. I thought that was a nice touch. That's the Trump from 2016 I want to see. Who won on small donations. I'm going to go to low. Who ran on small donations. And by saying, listen, if you can't afford it, don't worry about it. But if you can, please contribute to the campaign. Let's go. I like that Trump more than the other. Could you hear that? Everyone hear that? Was the sound okay? Liv, is everyone saying the sound was okay?
I haven't heard anything about it.
All right. I forgot to check if it was. All right. So Barbara. Oh my God. Everyone's saying read Barbara's comments. Here we go. Barbara Engro. First of a long line of indictments, and yes, an ex-president can be jailed. It just won't be in general population. Maybe Guantanamo, his own private prison. Well, first of all, you're absolutely incorrect. Guantanamo Bay isn't for city and state crimes. Barbara, well, I don't know. I'm going to read the rest of your comments. Are you a true blonde, Barbara? Does the carpet match the drapes? I'm just wondering. I know you're like 80, but do the carpet? Okay. I'm just wondering because all that bleach and peroxide probably has caused some brain damage. Sorry, Lee, don't even know who that is. You mean slumlord? No. You're going to tell me that in 1970 and 1980, that high-end real estate in every part of the country was not concerned about selling property in white neighborhoods to African Americans? You're going to fucking tell me that, Barbara? Barbara, you look like one of those uppity people. Are you a real estate agent? Give me a break. My parents sold their house to an African American couple. My mom and dad got death threats when we left California. And that was 1992. It was a different world. And I'm not condoning it. And I agree with you. It's shitty behavior. And once again, but can you actually focus on the presidential type stuff? I mean, that's what we're focused on, right? His run as a president. Because if you crawl up and if you go digging for trash, you're going to find it, lady. You know this. I'm reading her comments. I know it is closed, but government owned and able to be fitted. I don't know what she's talking about. There are no winners. Be played, you guys. We watch democracy crumble. Democracy crumble? Please explain to me how democracy crumbled. Please give me specific examples of how our government and our elected representatives and the citizenry of the United States lost inalienable rights, lost due process. Please explain it to me. Give me one example of how we lost and democracy crumbled. Is it because CNN told you so? Holy shit, CNN said democracy crumbled. Well, then it's got to be true. I didn't know it was on the Sin. If the Sin said so, because I've been watching the Fucks, and the Fucks didn't tell me that, but the Sin did. Holy shit, I'm going to turn it on the Sin from now on. Does anyone want to tell me why Fox Channel's primary color is blue and CNN is red? Doesn't that seem to be a little bit dyslexic? Anyway.
I never thought of that.
I know, isn't that weird? I just came up with it. Like most of the stuff that I say. Oh, Barbara, people don't like you. Holy shit. If you are the standard, we are in big trouble. Ooh, sick burn. Oh, what a clapback. Hold on. Can you call my therapist? I need to book an appointment to get over what she just said. I think we need some therapy. I know what it used for. I don't know what she's talking about. No, an RN for 30 years. For someone who knows how to get someone to bend over and check bullshit, you seem to fall for a little bit yourself. Come on, really? Listen, Barbara, show me on the doll where Donald Trump touched you. Can you do that? Can you get out your doll and show me where he touched you? What did he do to you? I mean, seriously, to you. Can you please tell me what any president did to you? Did you sleep with Bill Clinton? Did I sleep with you, lady? I think I may have. That hair. Can you do me a favor? Can you lower and let me see the top of your head so I can figure out if we slept together? Come on. Seriously, Barbara, I'm trying to be respectful. You're a lady. You walked into a buzzsaw. This isn't the show to get lippy in and not bring facts. This is just the wrong show. So I want to apologize. No, I don't. I don't want to apologize. Yeah, I don't want to. But I will say, I feel sorry how I've made you feel. No, I'm not. I'm just really not sorry. But either way,
sorry, not sorry.
If you're feeling a certain way, then whatever. Because really, even if you're offended, what does it matter? What does it matter? It doesn't. Now what? Now what are you going to do? You're gonna go watch Matlock when you're done. It's fine. I'm going to go watch the Astros game. What did Donald Trump do to you? Not what he did to other people. What did he do to you specifically? How did your democracy suffer? How did you wake up and go, damn it? I miss my democracy. Where did it go? I had it yesterday and Donald Trump stole it. He just stole it from me. Really?
Give me a Kleenex.
No, I'm okay. How did he steal your democracy? How did democracy crumble? Now, maybe our roadways and bridges and railroads are crumbling because Biden put an infrastructure plan that has nothing to do with infrastructure. But please tell me, what did he do? How did he hurt you? I'm waiting for your answer. Sorry, I don't watch mainstream media. Bull sugar muffins, you don't. Everyone who says I don't watch mainstream media watches mainstream media. I watch mainstream media. I watch CNN, MSNBC, CSNBC, and CSQPRT, Cincinnati, and Fox, and I watch them all because I want to know what the bullshit is. So I know how to siphon through it and filter through it. Of course you watch the mass media. Where do you get your information? Tell me, what are the channels you get? What websites do you go to? List them for me, please. What state? Why don't you call in?
Yeah, that's a good
This
idea.
is so much easier. Just call. We're going to have fun. You can tell I'm a fun guy. I'm a mushroom.
I was just thinking that. I got to get you like a mushroom hat.
I do have a mushroom hat. Here, hold on a
Oh
second.
my God. No. It's
It's not the time to whip out the purple-headed yogurt slinger? Okay. I'm like, I got a mushroom hat right here. Every man has one. That's another way to find out if you're a man or a woman. If you don't have a mushroom hat, then you're not a man. You can't do that. 1-804-504-1955. We'll have a good show. Come on, just call in. I'm not going to bite. I'm going to joke around. We're going to have a good time. We're going to laugh.
I'll make him behave.
Whoosh. Okay. What else did Barbara say? Fact, Trump is indicted. You're big nothing, Burger.
Indicted for what?
What is it? Please explain to sure. Okay, that's great. Can you please explain to me what indicted means? Would you like the verbal definition of indicted? Okay, first of all, what are you celebrating specifically? Just tell me. What are you citing? What are you celebrating? Are you surprised? You know what's funny? This is the crumbling of democracy. Having a president go to jail and you're celebrating it. Do you see what a clown you are, Barbara? He's going to be put to death. Democracy's going to crumble. It's never going to be okay again. He's going to have to take cyanide in Oakland as they put him down. They're going to run the electricity through him. Democracy will crumble. You're just as bad as the alt-right who are flipping out that he is going to be terminated because of this. Will you stop? It's such, you guys are such the 10%. You know, there's the 3%, the 1%, the 99%. There's the 10% too. It's the people who are so entrenched. You don't know Donald Trump. You don't know Joe Biden. What have they ever done for you? Why are you so happy? And how pitiful must your life be if you're celebrating a president being indicted, which is nothing? So to indict, to charge with a crime by finding or presentment of a jury, such as a grand jury in due form of law, to charge with a fault or offense. Charge. Have you ever been wrongfully accused of a crime? He hasn't even been that yet. We don't even know what the charges are. He hasn't been arrested yet. We don't even know if he's going to be arrested. You don't even know if they're going to plea it out. You don't know if they're going to stack charges with a multi-state indictment. You don't know anything. And even if they said they didn't find anything, you know what you would have done? That's fine, guys. Let's stay resilient because we've got Georgia and the January 6th Commission. All you want is you are snaking the lust to see Donald Trump fail, and your pitiful existence and your happiness is dependent on it.
She sounds just as crazy as the right people that are Biden's a lizard person. He's actually dead, and that Trump's going to overtake the office. He's got it, guys. He's coming back. I promise this weekend he's coming back. Oh, is that her?
I don't know. Hold on. Let me look. No, there's no hairspray on it. Let me see. Hi, you're on the Friend Me Show. Who are we talking to, and who do we have pleasure of gracing our presence? Hi, you've called the Don't Unfriend Me Show. Who are we talking to? Hello? Hello? Can you hear us?
Or not?
It sounded like a Barbara. Hold on. Call back.
We could hear you.
Caller, call back. 602 number. Call back, please.
That's Arizona, I think.
I know it's 602 is Arizona. Yeah. 480 and
yeah, 602 is Arizona. Yeah, whoever just called back.
602, call back. Come on. We're bored tonight. I don't want to go to the Brian Krasenstein thing. I've already done all this. Come on. Call back. We're waiting. 602. I'm going to call you. Either you call back or I'm going to call you. Here she is. Caller, can you hear us now? Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Hello, hello. Can you hear us? Hello. Hi, can you hear us? Hello? Hello? Is this Susie, my Time Life operator? Oh my God.
You gotta mute Facebook. You're not going through Facebook.
Can you guys hear her? All right, okay, call back. It'll work this time. Call back. It'll work this time. Call back.
What'd you do?
Call back. One more time. 602, call back. It'll work.
Third time's a charm.
It was my fault. Well, that's what you said, and we got kids.
No, it only took 2 times.
Carl Sanders says, I'm not celebrating Trump being indicted. I will not celebrate his conviction. I think
They can't hear her. They couldn't hear her.
Okay, call back, 602. I think it is a tragedy for the Republic, but I warned about it years ago and no one listened. Well, Carol, okay, here's 602. Carol, we'll get to your comments in a second. Hey, caller, can you hear us now? I apologize. Can you hear us now? Hello, hello, caller, can you hear us? Hello, hello. Okay, I don't know why it's not working.
We can hear you.
Get Hayden to call.
Okay, she thinks she's...
Call on your phone.
Okay.
Hold on. We're going to try to figure this out. I know we're working on it, caller. Hold on.
What's the phone number?
I don't know why it's not working. It always works. 804-504-1955. 804-504-1955. You can stay right here. It's not going to hurt anything for you to do it right there.
What's going to happen?
Just do it right there. And just whisper.
804
504-1955. My Lord, you're on the show. How hard is this? What's it say?
The person you're trying to reach is unavailable.
Okay, do it again. I restarted. Hold on, it's opening. Lock Trump up and throw away the key. Ah! Not going to happen, sorry.
Still not working.
Liv, I just restarted it. Do it now. Okay, hold on. Hello? Caller, can you hear us? Hello, can you hear us? Oh, good evening. All right, someone can hear us. That's good. All right, so 602, it's your phone. It's not us. Make sure you're not on Bluetooth. Make sure you're not sending it to your computer. Where are you from, caller, and what is your name? All right, Wayne, here, hold on a second. Let's make sure. All right, we've got Wayne on the call. Everyone should now be able to hear you. You're from Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. I love Puerto Vallarta. I had a chance to go down and do some surfing there. What did you want to talk about tonight?
I love your show. You're right on the money, 99% of the time.
No sound.
And we're
No, they
headed for
can't hear 'em.
problems, and we've got to change the governments, Canadian and United States, and the majority of the world.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
I'm for your show. I'm going to spread the word and share your program.
Great, thanks.
The weather down here is beautiful. Food prices are going up.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are looking down here in Mexico for property right now because they want to get out of the world. Basically, they're moving down here from all over the world because of what's happening right now.
Yeah.
I can't believe the influx. It's never been busier. They're predicting big increases for next year. I don't know where people are going to go because they're vacating the United States right now. They're vacating Canada. They're vacating the world with what's happening. Our leaders have gone crazy. It's insane. And I don't watch TV. It's called television. And they're trying to tell us what they want us to believe. Yeah. And the people I meet down here, it's unbelievable. The other day I met 2 school teachers from Kansas. One was a high school teacher, one was an elementary teacher. I'm from Canada, and now they're allowing the drag queens into elementary schools and public libraries. And I said to them, I'm against that. I don't believe it's right. It's not right to educate children on values they know nothing about. And right away they said to me that they didn't like me gay bashing. And I said, I'm not gay bashing. I said, I'm living in Puerto Vallarta, the gay capital of the world.
Right,
and,
right. It's right.
You know, and then I meet other teachers from Canada, and they're totally against the drag shows that are happening in the elementary and the libraries.
Yeah, and let me listen. My phones are lighting up right now, so let me jump and say thanks for everything. Hey, real quick, why did you go down to Puerto Vallarta out of all the places? What was it besides the great weather?
To escape. They have fresh food.
Yep.
The people are friendly. The prices are reasonable, but they are going up dramatically because there's so many people running away from North America and the world.
Roger, brother. Hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for calling. I appreciate you. I'm going to let you go. Call in anytime. I was at my school today, and I went into the library and we were waiting to go into the classroom, and I wanted to go look, and they wouldn't let me in. So the principal came and got me and said, you've got to come over here. And I said, why won't you let me go in the library? Because I started looking through the books. They wouldn't let me in. So I think I'm going to go do an audit.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go and I'm going to get authorization to tour the library because they don't want me in there for a reason, and I want to find out what the fuck's in there, right? I mean, why wouldn't they let me in? I'm a parent. I was waiting in the area. I had a badge. Why can't I go in? Doesn't make sense. Everyone else was waiting right there. It didn't make any sense. All right, next caller. If you want to call in. Barbara, are you going to call in or what? Who was trying to call in? 602, call in. I would appreciate it. I'd like to hear what you had to say. I am sorry that it didn't work. If we can't get someone to call in, I will go ahead and jump to the last part of the show, and then we're going to get off because Olivia needs her beauty sleep. She's tired. So if you want to call in, call in. I know that several other people called in. A 523 called in, and then we saw the 602 number. So if you want to call in, do that. Yeah, so I'm just going to go in, and I'm not going to be a pain in the ass. I'm just going to say, listen, I want to make an appointment to go in and see what's in the library. I run a podcast. My children go here. I was told that I couldn't look around. So why? I was perusing. Oh, Nikki Valentina, somebody ban her ass. Oh, Dr. Dolcia from You Got Me HSV, and oh, he's so good. He saved my life.
I can't see that.
Oh, he's so good. He saved my life. Dr. Omoraro, he's so good. You got him. He got anemia and cancer and the HIV. Somebody ban that person, please. Hey, caller, you are reaching out to the Don't Unfriend Me show. This is Matt Olivia. Who are we talking to, and what state are you from?
Hello.
Hello, can you hear us? Hello. Is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes.
It's gotta be your phone.
I
It's gotta be
can
your phone.
see it in your smile. You're all I've ever wanted. Now open your thighs. Is that what he says?
No.
I think it's what he says. She's blind. He takes advantage of a blind girl. Lionel Richie, you sick, perverted bastard. Dancing on the ceiling. I bet we get a copyright. I'm so close to his voice. They're going to be like, bang, copyright infringement. I know. I sound like the Lionel. All right, come on.
I can't see
Dr. Amawaro. Herbal medicine is Wahabaset guarantee. Call him. $2. He make you holla.
Okie dokie, Dr. Jones, hold on to your potatoes.
Ooh, that's a good thought. You can probably access the.
Why would I want to do
library
it? I want to make it a surprise. I don't want them to like, listen, I just want to know what's on the shelves. I have a right. I'm a parent. I'm not going to create problems. I'm just going to go in and talk to the principal. I would like to take a few minutes and look at your library. You wouldn't let me look at the library. I want to look. I don't have a right to do that.
You may have to ban her. No one else can find her.
Gloria says, Trump turd is a douche bag. Dude. Trump. Why are all you bots horrible at spelling? Calling Gloria. 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 You're a fucking dipshit. Dipshit. I think they got your alias that you've been living under. And it's that you're a fucktard. Fucktard. Calling Gloria. The fuck's wrong with you? Why can't you people spell?
What is your major malfunction, numbnuts?
English. Do you speak it, mother? Trump tard is a douchebag, disgusting, disgrace, un-American, lying sack of chocolate mousse. Chocolate mousse and smiling people. That sounds very happy. I don't know if someone described me as chocolate mousse and smiling with makeup on. Were those transgender clowns? I don't know. That sounds fun. I would love to be called chocolate mousse. I don't know. Gloria, what's your problem? He's un-American. What does un-American mean? What does that mean? Tell me what it is to be an American. Besides be born here, what other qualifications is there a test that you have to take? Do you have to get some DNA or some chromosome inside of you that's supposed to go ahead and make you more American? Do you have to piss red, white, and blue, Gloria? Is that what you have to do? Do you have to want to have sex with bald eagles to be American? Does your vagina have to taste like apple pie? What is it? Please tell me. Do you have to go ahead and shoot baseballs across the room without your hands? What do you have to do to be an American? Nothing. You got to be born here. What does un-American even mean?
All right.
My God. Hi, caller. Welcome to the show. What's your name and what state are you from? Son of a beach sheet. What the hell's wrong with people tonight? Can't take this anymore. Calling Gloria. Gloria, call us.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, here we go. She's enraged. She's melting down. Gloria, I need you to calm down. Gloria. Glow. Calm down. She's enraged. She can't even spell. She's in all caps mode. Oh, and this is what she says. Of shit, you moron and clown.
What? Of shit?
Oh, Gloria.
Oh, my goodness.
Gloria, you should call in. Out of all the people, you should call in. You sound like you will just be fantastic on this show. Laura Branigan, folks. Gloria. She was great. Great. Laura Branigan. She was amazing. She did Gloria. Remember that song? It was a good song. What else did she do? She did another song.
Who?
Laura Branigan. Pay attention,
I don't know
woman.
who she is.
Oh, she's a singer-songwriter. What about taxpayers that still pay taxes but don't have kids in school? Should they be able to go into school libraries? Your opinion? That's a really good question.
That is a good question.
If it's tax funded, I mean, let me ask you a question. Can you go look at 501c3s that you've donated to and look at their books without a request or without a warrant? Yeah. because they're a privately funded institution. This is a state-funded institution. It's not privately funded. It's done by taxes. So therefore, yes, you should. Anywhere your money goes, as long as it's not a secure organization, it's a public place, you should be able to have access to that the rest of the public has access to. Like you can go into a library. Just because you don't have a library card, you have to get one. I think there's some prerequisites, but yeah. Hey, caller, where are you from and what's your name?
From Warren, Ohio. My name is Dwayne.
Dwayne from Warren, Ohio. Dwayne, what do you want to talk about?
Hey, I just wanted to talk about the whole Trump issue. You may as well expect a lot of these liberals are going to be going out of their mind. They think they want.
Oh, they're so excited. They're so stoked.
I'm telling you. They're excited about something that ain't going to happen.
Yeah, right.
You know, it's just ridiculous what we're seeing happening to our republic. And it's a constitutional republic. They call it a democracy, whatever they want to call it, but it's a republic. And unfortunately, we're seeing it dismantled. And people better wake up. You know, we got to fight back for our country.
Well, I think that's fair. I think there's a whole lot there that's been said before, and unfortunately, we're going to continue to say. And you know, we are a representative democracy when it comes to our electoral process.
Yes, correct.
But our overall laws and listen, this is so simple. I try to break things down simplistically. When it came to the Second Amendment, I made a really, I think, a sound argument. And so far, right and left have both been very positive and said, wow, I never thought of it that way. Last night when I simply said, stop looking at the Second Amendment as an individual and look at it as a bridge or a sinew to all 10 of the Bill of Rights, which was exclusively, fundamentally for the people and only for the people. Why would the Second Amendment be for the state government to create something to go ahead and oppress its own people that it's supposedly trying to protect against the government? Doesn't make much sense. So therefore, your whole argument is bullshit. So I'm going to make this real simple, is that a republic considers the minority opinion and represents the individual, and a democracy represents the collective and the majority opinion. And that's why we have, a very mixed form of government. That's not just a solitary republic or a democracy.
Correct. Yep.
It's a mixture of all in order to have, and that's the great thing. It's an amalgamation of multiple political systems brought into one based upon creating balance inside government, the separate branches. So I'm with you, man. I think it's a great system. I think it works. And people are looking to change it simply for the sake of change. Just like Donald Trump. It's not that we have anything on him. We just want to see him burn. So therefore, we're going to burn him.
We don't like him, so we're going to just try to burn him up. Yep, that's it. It rubs people the wrong way in some ways, and I get it. It's like I don't think I've ever agreed with anyone 100%. And it's just the way it is. Man, we just want to fight over it, and we're so divided over so many things in this country, and it's like people better start coming together, because right now it's the government that's gonna, they go after Trump, they'll go after whoever they want to go after.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you, brother, for calling. Have you called in before?
I have not. No, it's actually the first time I ever caught your show.
Oh, really? We're usually not this crazy. Before. I'm sorry. I tried to be a little more serious, but I'm being goofy tonight.
It's crazy times, man. It's crazy times.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get people to laugh a little bit and lighten up and take the sand out of their vagina just a little bit, because it's too serious. It's just too damn serious.
No, I get it.
Here's the last thing I'll say. Whether Trump goes to jail for the rest of his life or he never sees inside of a prison, it really means absolutely nothing to every ordinary American. It's all about, he's not a sports team. If he's guilty and he broke the law and you can prove it without, then he deserves it. And I think everyone would agree. All we're asking is for equal due process of the law and execution of the law, and not one law for them and one law for us. And right now it's exactly what it is. It's a duality.
And that's right. That's right. And don't do it just because it's you're playing politics.
Right.
You can't just go after a political opponent.
Yeah, let's weaponize. Do you see what they did to Matt Taibbi, who released the Twitter files?
Oh, yeah.
They raided his fucking home while he was testifying to Congress. The IRS raided his home and served a warrant while he was testifying voluntarily to Congress.
What are they looking for anyway?
They want to link that Elon Musk. They want to get him for a few things, but manipulating his own stock, using political leaks and company confidential information that could go against the company. They want to get him for not using the board of directors. They want to get him for using Matt Taibbi as a mouthpiece. There's a lot of things they're trying to go after. But with Taibbi, he released the Twitter files and essentially released it on the government. And they want to ensure that he didn't also get top secret or secure information, but they're going to weaponize everybody. They're going to weaponize the DOJ. I'm surprised he doesn't get hit by the FBI. He already got hit by the IRS. I mean, shit, man, they might as well go ahead and throw INS and say, hey, Taibbi, isn't that Mexican? I mean, what else? Just throw everything at the fucking guy.
Well, yeah, I don't know if you remember Jim Traficant used to be a congressman out of Ohio.
Yeah, I do.
Did the same thing to him back in the day. He started, wanting to look at the Federal Reserve, and they weaponized the IRS. The FBI went right after him until they found something. You dig enough hole, you're going to find something on just about
This is the Biden administration. This is the Biden administration. Obama did the same thing. He weaponized the IRS. You know how many Republicans he went after with the IRS? He went after freaking Dinesh D'Souza.
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
Absolutely.
This is what these guys do, man. They weaponize. I mean, it's Gestapo tactics. And you can sit here and say, please tell me the times that Republicans have weaponized forms of government ever. Hey, brother, I got to go. I got another caller. Okay. Thanks for calling. I'll talk to you soon.
Yep. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Good call. All right. 270. What state are you from and what's your name?
Thanks for calling. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, caller, you got to turn off Facebook.
All right, 270. What state are you from and what's your name?
All right, caller, you got to turn off Facebook. Okay, I'm gonna disconnect you. All right, listen, when you call in, you have to turn off Facebook, and you only go through the app, the number that I gave you. Okay, you turn off Facebook. Hey, caller, where are you from and what's your name? Caller, where are you from and what's your name? Caller, goodbye. Gosh. Keep trying, people. Pena. Oh, Pena. Listen to this. Listen to this guy. Pena, it looks like you and your wife have never missed a meal. Did you eat your kids? Did you guys eat your children?
Whoa.
Hey, caller, where are you from and what's your name?
Hello?
Hello, where are you from and what's your name?
Hello?
Hello, where are you from and what's your name? Hello, hello.
Hello?
Hello? Is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes. I can see it in your smile.
Wow.
270. Where are you from? What's your name? Oh, my God.
What is going on
So
tonight?
this guy says to me, Pena Nick. Is your first name Pena? Or did you put your first name last? Whatever. Says, the shit that is coming out of your mouth is all shit. Well, I would expect if shit was coming in my mouth to expect it to be shit. What did you expect it to be? Marshmallows and roses too? Pena, I said it looks like you and your wife have never missed a meal. It's nice to see that you guys are not food poor. Congratulations on eating more than your fair share. Hey, caller, where are you from and what's your name? Caller, can you hear me? Liv, try to call in again, will you?
Yes.
See, people, you got to turn off Facebook and you got to turn on your technology. It's absolutely maybe Pena is eating the phone. Hi, you've reached the Don't Unfriend Me show. What's your name?
It's me.
So, see, it works, folks. Because all she did was just pick up the phone and call. Turn off your Facebook and just pick up your phone and call me. Just.
Carol Sanders says her phone keeps dropping. She's the 270 number.
Hey, 602, where are you from and what's your name? Hey, where are you from and what's your name? You've reached the Don't Unfriend Me show.
Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me? Folks, it's not this hard. Once again, 414, you've reached the Don't Unfriend Me show. Can you hear us? 414, can you hear us? Just say something. Looking for a heartbeat. Does anyone remember that song by?
Oh my gosh! Here, let me answer it next time. I'll try talking to him.
What do you mean? It's not me. Why are you blaming me? I didn't do anything.
Maybe they don't want to talk to you.
Well,
maybe they want to talk to me.
Nobody wants to talk to you.
I have the prettier voice.
I don't know about that. I've got a pretty good radio voice. Olivia. Muy guapo. Señorita.
Muy bonita.
Muy bonita. Mis establos? Cocaína? Hey, 270, you've reached the Don't Unfriend Me show. Where are you from and what's your name? Son of a...
Oh my gosh, this is the most callers we've ever had.
270, can you hear us? Everyone else can hear us. Why can't you hear us? 414, can you hear us now, 414? All right, but I got you now. 414. Hey, I got you. I can hear you. Can you hear me? Oh, dude, I heard you. Can you hear me? Oh, gosh, darn it. Hey.
Maybe you should try calling one of them back.
You've reached the Don't Unfriend Me show. You've reached the moratorium of the Don't Unfriend Me show. If you or a loved one have passed, can you please leave your body at the door? It's a dead man's party. Who can ask for more? Everybody's coming. Leave your... But yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Son of a shit. Okay, wait. She can hear us. 616. Who is this?
This is Vicky. I'm just calling to see what in the heck's wrong with your phone.
Nothing's wrong, Nikki. Thank you for showing everybody that they're insane to the membrane. I knew it worked.
Goodness me.
Nikki,
I know. I wanted to try it. I really don't have anything to say, but I just wanted to...
Well, say this with me. Let's blow off some steam together. Repeat after me. Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay, so this might just do it. Okay, just do it. Just say a little prayer to God and tell him to plug his ears for a second. Here it is. Hey, all you Don't Unfriend Me listeners, go ahead and say that. All you Don't Unfriend Me listeners.
Hey, all you Don't Unfriend Me listeners.
You guys are being dipshits. No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to say it.
She says it.
I love her. All right, listen. Thank you, ma'am, for calling and showing everybody how easy it is. Can you please tell everybody what you did?
I just called the phone number.
That's it. How easy is that? We've been doing it since we were children. Now, you used to have to go ahead and do this. If you're trying to rotate on your phone, that's why it's not working. Just dial the phone number and hit enter and turn down your Facebook. Nikki, that was your name, right?
This is Vicky.
Vicky, Nikki, same thing. We love you. We appreciate you. And thanks for showing everybody how easy it was, Vicky. You're the best.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. No, I'm not being pranked. It's not being pranked. I'm telling you right now. This is ridiculous.
Maybe you should call him back.
I'm not going to give him my phone number. Why would I do that?
Well, on the Skype.
No, he's not going to pay for it.
Oh.
I'm not going to pay for it. No, because listen, if we were being pranked, wouldn't be the same numbers. It's the same numbers. There's one and they're trying. I can hear them on the other end. They're trying to be heard, but it's not working. Sometimes, even if we're being pranked, who gives a shit?
You should come up with creative ways to answer the phone.
I have.
Like the psychic cock line. Or
the psychic cock line? What the hell's on your brain? I'm thinking 6 inches. Could it be? Do you have a big wee-wee? Welcome to the psychic cock line. You've reached the cock master. Let me go ahead and see the veins. Oh, this is your throbbing vein. This means you have a gigantic ball sack. Oh, looks like you've made a little bit of a mess. This happens sometimes in my cock reading skills. The fuck's wrong with you? Psychic cock line? Pete, this is a family show. What's wrong with you?
Oh my God.
Hey, that was an anonymous caller. We don't talk to anonymous here, okay? You have to unblock your phone number if you want to get onto the psychic cock line. 1-804-504-1955. If you've got a cock-a-doodle-doo, we want to talk to you. It's pretty good, right? All right, folks.
Goodness.
That's pretty much it. Wayne is like, oh my God, anonymous. All right, what do you want? Hello. Yep, you're calling. What do you want? Who are you, anonymous?
Hey, Matt, it's Greg. I'm sorry, I don't think.
Why are you anonymous, Greg? Are you listen? Why are you anonymous?
No idea.
Are you afraid? Is the government watching, buddy? Do I need to? What's going on? Are you calling from an undisclosed location?
Not at all. Maybe maybe it's just this time that I called and it turned out this way. But hey, I got a question for you, Matt.
Sure. I got one for you because I got other people trying to call and ruin the show. Go ahead.
Just one question, and with the whole Trump indictment, is it a possibility that now Trump can somehow introduced evidence regarding some sort of election fraud that he previously could not, because all along he's been trying to make the case about election fraud. What are your thoughts on this? Can he introduce some sort of evidence into courts now because of this indictment?
So that's an interesting point. Now, anything can be entered in discovery, but it has to be ruled on, right? So anything that the defense puts in, it has to be submitted, as we understand, at least to the judge, if it is not related specifically to the case. And they'll use precedent and previous court cases to do that. And if they are going to use something, like I said, it would have to be something else that exonerates or clears or clarifies Trump's actions, or a decision that ultimately would steer the direction for him to take the prosecution or the jury and direct them and coach them into what they can and cannot use as far as precedent or evidence or new evidence in the case. So for instance, they could take a piece of evidence and say, you have to exclude A, B, and C of this evidence, but D, E, and F you can because it specifically relates to this case. This is about election fraud. So the charges that are going against Trump that we assume are going to happen is that he used campaign finance to go ahead and pay back under false pretense, which is the additional charge that brings it from a misdemeanor to a felony. So how he would bring in some evidence of a giant election fraud in 2020 that would somehow be relatable to this case, I can't possibly imagine. So no. I wouldn't. And if he did have evidence of election fraud, do you think, as people have been raking him through the mud for the last 2.5 years, having 87 million or 81 million people who support him, that he would get this out on Truth Social, get it out on OAN, get it out on Fox, and would have already released this information if there was a sign of election fraud? I think so. No, I don't believe that that's what's going on.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm just looking at it from the perspective that it could be a tactical move by him, to finally introduce something. I just, don't know the ins and outs of what he's thinking, but it seems to me.
No, but I did explain. I fairly laid it out, Greg, what exactly he can and can't do, and why he would, and why he wouldn't release it earlier. So there's just nothing there that would make me go, yep, that's exactly what he'll do. No, maybe in Georgia, the Georgia case, that would be a lot. Or the January 6 cases that are going to be brought against him, that might be something, but certainly not this. This is a nothing burger. This is a fine. There is no jail time here. The prosecution, the grand jury, they have to find him guilty. They have to bring up charges. We don't even know what the charges are. The statute of limitations, the letters, the credibility of the witnesses, none of this is going to fucking stick. This is just to get the mugshot. That's all they want. I'm telling you right now, this is a mugshot. That is what's happening. And honestly, Trump wants it. DeSantis also, for people who went ahead and were knocking DeSantis, he will not approve the extradition request from New York. He denied it. He will not allow the extradition from Florida. Donald Trump was just defended by DeSantis. For all the people who've talked shit about DeSantis, for all the people who called him, fuck you, all of you, and Trump. Fuck you, Trump, for talking all this shit about DeSantis, who just went to bat for Donald Trump and said, fuck no, we're not going to go ahead and extradite him from Florida. So all you people that called him a Soros shill, you all should fucking kiss his pucker. Sorry you were on the phone for that, Greg. I just wanted to get that off my chest. Hope that's okay.
You're all good. Well, I guess, let's keep watching. And, thanks for taking my call. And I have no idea
Appreciate you as always.
Restricted, so,
That's okay. Anonymous is good, dude. You don't want me to have that anyway. We've already talked. So I'll talk to you soon, buddy. Thanks. Bye.
I got a question.
Yeah, so all those people that talk shit about DeSantis and called him a Soros shill and a traitor, you fucking people make me sick. You all wanted him as Donald Trump's vice president. You all wanted him to run with Donald Trump 6 months ago. And because he didn't suck Donald Trump off in the proverbial landscape of ones and zeros, you called him a traitor. You questioned his integrity. You all look like a bunch of fucking idiots, like I told you were when you were doing it. Every one of you, you're fucking idiots. Don't watch my show anymore. This show is too highbrow for you. If you don't agree with me, call in. This is what vindication looks like. Do you know how good it feels to always be right? God, it feels good. Go ahead, Liv. Does it feel good for you as my spouse that I'm always right in our relationship too?
I know what it feels like to always be right, but you sure don't. I do have a question for.
Have you heard that DeSantis is a Knight of Malta? Dude, give it a rest. Give it a rest, dude. He just fucking said, I'm not extraditing Trump. He just laid his political opponent. You know what DeSantis should have done? Olay bullshit and let him go right by. He didn't. He stood up for Trump. He did what was right. He said it was a Soros-run hit job against Trump. What do you want from him? I don't give a fucking if he's a knight of freaking British Columbia. I don't care if he's a Vegas Golden Knight and plays goaltender. He just stood up. He did exactly what all of you said he was not going to do. He's going to betray Trump. He's a rhino. He's a government plan. He's part of the swamp. Well, guess what? He just made all of you look like morons. Shane, I'm not coming after you, but I am so tired of stupidity. Oh my God, he takes money from George Soros and the Bushes. You know who else took money from the Bushes? Every fucking president before, during, and after. Do you know that Donald Trump didn't take money from the Koch brothers and then wound up taking money from the Koch brothers? Are you okay with that? Do you understand that Soros gives money to Republican candidates who he think will lose against Democrat candidates to help to make sure that they beat their primary candidates? Folks, this is politics. This isn't fucking checkers. They're playing chess out here and you're playing tiddlywinks with your fucking dick. Yes, I'm being graphic. Yes, I'm cussing. I don't care. We are smarter than this. You are smarter than this. Start playing chess or watch the game and shut up. Because there's people out here who are trying to analyze what's happening and give you the best information possible. And all you're doing is going to places that are full of crap and are lying to you. And you keep going back to the well. I should have 1 million viewers by now. Because you can take everything I've said over 1,000 episodes and tell me how many times I've been wrong. Please let me know. I'm not the smartest. I'm not the best. I am wrong. I get all that. But I am consistently right more than I am wrong. And all of you people who are bagging on DeSantis, this should show you he did exactly what he should. And that's his political opponent. He could have went up there and said, I can't support Donald Trump anymore. I can't support criminals. I am distancing myself. That's what any other shill would do. He didn't. He said, fuck you. Donald Trump may be talking shit about me, but you know what? He ain't my enemy. You are. And all of you people, he's a knight of, he's Illuminati. Oh, he was in Skulls and Bones. Oh, well, he has a diamond farm with fucking Fauci and Bill Gates. Would you please shut up? Just shut up. Go by his actions. 94% of his voting record is with Republicans. He has stood up to Disney. He has stood up to the media. He is stopping trans fucking transitions in school for our children. Florida is a coven for success. They handled COVID spot on. He bucks the tiger constantly. He's going after private interests. He gave you 27 out of 29 spots and turned the entire state of Florida red. What do you want? Are you so afraid of success that when it sits on your face, you fucking question it? Ron DeSantis has hand-delivered you the most successful southern state to turn Republican in the history of the United States. Showed that a southern state can rival California and be profitable. The one thing that red states struggle with religiously outside of Texas. And you're sitting here and questioning the way he provides it. He is giving you a political stronghold. And you're like, yeah, but Donald Trump endorsed him, so therefore he didn't do any of it. You fucking people. I'm not telling you to vote for DeSantis. I'm not telling you to even like the guy. Get off his ass. That's what I'm telling you to do. And if you don't like it, I don't give a shit.
May I talk now?
Oh, I didn't know you wanted to say something. Did you?
I was in the middle of saying something and you interrupted me and went on a tangent.
Well, okay, show us how good it's going to be. Go, follow that up. I love you. Like, seriously, like nobody else could put up with my stuff. Do you know what PMS stands for? Ooh, harder. Tell them what PMS stands for. Ooh, harder. Tell them what PMS.
Bend over.
tell them what PMS stands for. You named. You don't even remember your own good jokes?
No.
Putting up with Matt's shit.
Oh, are you sure that was me? That might have been your ex.
Why do you always say that?
Because I don't remember saying it.
Why do you take your senility as my forgetting?
What I was going to ask was, Senor Pena Nick, what does learn to lesson mean? Just out of curiosity.
Who said that?
Pena Nick, learn to lesson and, not and.
Did he say learn to listen?
Learn to lesson, L-E-S-S-O-N.
Is this the guy that said I have shit coming out of my mouth when I have
get
shit?
a name right.
Dude, Pina. Listen, Pina.
What, you need to put on a shirt. Learn to lesson. It's got to go on a
Learn
shirt.
to lesson. Listen, Pina. I don't know what you're talking. Dude, do me a favor. Go eat 24 hot wings, some deep fried freaking donuts, a gallon of ice cream, some Funyuns, and a Diet Coke, and pretend you're making a difference. Okay? Go do that for me. All right.
There's a good thought. If they're just releasing this indictment on Trump today, what very bad thing is going to happen? They want to draw attention from tomorrow.
Who said that? You got to give people credit.
Thomas Austin.
Yeah, you got to give it to the colonel, man. You got to take care of him. Thomas Austin said what? Say it again, because it's a good thing.
Just a strange thought. If they are releasing this indictment on Trump today, what very bad thing is going to happen? They want to draw attention away from.
All right, Louise, honey, how are you? Oh my God, I haven't seen you since you dropped the heart of the ocean off the Titanic. How's Leo? Is he doing okay? Did you use the door to go ahead and put that on the outside of your home after you wouldn't move your ass off of it and you let him freeze to death and die? I was just wondering if you're following along okay, because I didn't tell you to get off Trump's ass, sweetie. I told you to get off Ron DeSantis's ass. And no, DeSantis isn't a Mexican. So thank you for coming. And next time you find yourself on an ocean liner and it crashes into some icebergs, maybe move over for that person you're supposed to love. I know your heart will go on, but you think you moved your fat ass over for just a couple of seconds that you could have let him on? Maybe you could have taken some fucking turns. I don't know. You look like you were a little thick back then, too. You think maybe you should have taken the guy that didn't weigh 140 pounds and was skinnier than dog shit. Let him be on the boat and your fat ass, blubbery person get in the water.
Jack, I'll never forget.
I'll never forget, Jack.
I'll never forget, Jack.
I'll never forget, Jack. For another 12 seconds while your ass falls to 12,000 feet under the ocean into the blue abyss.
Oh, no, get away from me.
Oh, get away from me, you fucking loser.
Give me my crown, you loser.
Thanks, Rose.
We watch way too many movies.
It's good to have you here, Rose.
Rose.
It's good. It's good. Good to have you here. Thanks for showing up.
Oh, goodness.
Anyway.
Anyone else can try calling in?
Do you people understand something? Do you understand I do this for a living? Do you understand how easy this is for me?
It's just,
like it used to be hard. Like it's like trying to heckle a comic. You know it's not going to go well. If you come in here and you try to flash a badge, I'm going to stomp you. Knock it off. It's like trying to go toe to toe with the judge. I got the gavel. I just got to mute you. It's not hard. Just stop. Come in here and make a point. Make an argument. Tell me why you don't like DeSantis. Tell me why you don't like Trump. Tell me why you think it's a good thing for America that we just indicted a president on a bullshit charge. You know this isn't what you want to get him on. You want to get him on January 6th. You want to get him on election fraud in Georgia. That's what you really want. That's what you're waiting for. Why are you going to allow this? That's literally going to do nothing. And it's going to make him more resolute and more strong in the eyes of his supporters. And it's going to gain him sympathy. It's the same thing that happened to Nixon. Nixon was guilty as hell, but he went up after his impeachment. Bill Clinton went up after his impeachment. Donald Trump went up after both impeachments. Fuck's sakes, Joe Biden is failing in every single aspect of his job, and his favorability is going up because people feel sorry for him because he shits in his pants and calls it chocolate mousse. Do you really think this is going to hurt Trump?
I think he calls it chocolate chip ice cream, but...
It's chocolate chip ice cream. I like my ice cream. I got ice cream, Lieutenant Dan. Jenny keeps poking me in the buttocks, Lieutenant Dan. Seriously, lady. Just come in here and have an opinion, right? You don't need to be
My
like...
mom always said life was like a box of chocolates.
Jenny keeps poking me in the buttocks.
You never know what you're going to get.
Rhiannon said she wanted to call in.
Rhiannon, call in. Watch the Breaking Truth video Matt did about DeSantis. Yeah, you should. It was one of my most successful videos. 750,000 people watched it. Go watch it. 750,000 people liked it. I'm sure you can find some value on DeSantis if you watch it. All right. It's been a fun one tonight. It's been good. The Matt and fucking Olivia show. You make me look better.
I know.
It's fun. It's fun. No, I'm not flexing. I have an itch.
You're just trying to show off the guns.
No, I'm not. It's not trying. You don't have to show.
Oh,
There's not a lot of effort to show the guns. Now, if you want to show your boobs, that would be a lot of work. Whoa, holy moly, headlights. One headlight. Ow. It's a half and a half, make one. So stop throwing shit at me. I've got 16 friends and they all run faster than you.
All I got to do is hold sex and you're done.
Okay, we don't need to do this online. There's some things that we don't need to share. Holy shit, you just knocked the power out of the wall.
Whoa.
Just knocked out my light. Did you see that? Like, whoa, Dad, dude. God, I just turned to dust. Thank you. It's like a priest came in here. O-R-E-A-C-R-E.
I don't know what's going on over here.
All right. All right. Where's the essay? Where's the essay impersonation? Oh, yeah, she needs to. Well, you hold my baby. Or
that one?
The
Okay.
essay impression.
Hey, Christina Lopez. Remember me? You want some shit? Huh? You want some...
Yeah, I understand people are upset about Trump. I get that. You know, you have every right to be frustrated, to be upset, or whatever you want. And that's fine. But you don't need to be. This is what it always is. It's politics. It's an opportunity for Democrats to get what they want. They want a fundraising picture. They want to go back to their homes when they get out of session and they want to go, see, we got him. And they know it's not going to do anything. Everybody knows it's not going to do anything. Just relax. Just relax. All right, I want to show you one more video. And you're going to love this. Do you guys remember the person I said was Pee Wee Herman mixed with Captain King?
Transgender American.
Does everyone remember? Well, we've got this guy. This is Brian Krasenstein. And he has a twin brother who is just as beta as he is. These guys are paid shills for the left. What are you doing over there?
Try not to unplug the light again.
I don't know what Olivia's doing. Hold on. You two are hysterical. Best nights of the week. Well, Olivia's on full time. So whenever we're live, she's here. And she'll be here with Leroy and Amy too. I love Olivia. She's amazing. Sit down. Holy shit. God, I'm going to... Hold on. I'm gonna cover those bad boys. She's taking off her hoodie, and it didn't go well. You okay over there?
Yes. No, but the cord got wrapped around my chair, and that's why the light came unplugged. So.
Yeah, that's later. That's supposed to be. Okay, we done?
Yes.
All right. So here we go. The Krasenstein brothers. This gentleman who looks like he sounds. Now, listen. I'm not going to make fun of the guy's looks. He's got chiseled chin. He's got a good nose. He's got a good head of hair. I've seen him. He's fit. Okay, so I can't make fun of his look. But this guy, I used to fuck guys like this in prison. It's the best line that I've ever heard.
Is there something I need to know about?
No, it's just a great line in the movie. The other line is I used to kick the crap out of guys like this in high school, but unfortunately I was the guy that got my ass kicked in high school. And he looks a lot like me when I was in high school. I'm not going to lie. I was a skinny little putz and I was a yutz. This guy is actually pretty smart. He's a hell of a communicator through Twitter. He understands. He basically politically assassinated the Twitter account of Donald Trump in the sense that every time Trump would post, he would be right behind first to comment. And he has a huge following. He makes a lot of money. He also was caught by the government for running a Ponzi scheme, and him and his brother had to give $500,000 back to the government. He also has been banned from Twitter for making death threats, which I don't know if it was him. He had 6 different accounts and he said it was hacked. This guy is not, he's a shill, and he's a paid shill for the left. I showed you the picture. And he is on Twitter every single day, putting lies and putting things that aren't true, that are specifically designed to create frustration, resentment, anger, hatred, frustration, and lead you to the dark side. It will.
Help you, I can. Yes.
Hate leads to anger. Anger leads to frustration. Frustration leads to the dark side. Yes, it does.
Lee Houston said, he sure got a pretty mouth.
He got a pretty mouth. He got a pretty mouth. I like his mouth. It's pretty. So anyway, this guy has been doing this forever and a day. Now, his post, this is the problem I have with the guy. And it's not that he's a shill. You know, you got to make money. They like to call people grifters. This guy's a fucking grifter, right? And that's fine. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you don't have a shirt line nowadays, the reason why is because you're being paid. Let's just be honest.
If you don't have a what?
A shirt line.
What does that mean?
Like shirts, hats, coffee.
Oh, gotcha.
He doesn't sell merch. And the reason why he doesn't sell merch is because he gets paid a shit ton of money to lie. And he is absolutely 100% a shill machine. That's what he does. He just lies. And that's what he does. That's all he does. 24 hours a day. And I've been riding this guy's ass, which, you know, for a long time. So he put out a video today. And I'm going to break it down for you. And I want to break it down for you because this guy won't debate me. Not a chance in hell. Because after I saw this video, I'm like, holy shit, this guy has no skill set for this. I gave him all the compliments I'm willing to give him. Because this is what he wrote. And then I want you to listen to what he said. Are you ready? And I want you to listen about his delivery. Now, you've seen my morning videos. You've seen my show this evening. You guys have seen how I present myself. Sometimes it's a little goofy, but I'm fairly well put together, and I'm good at this, I would like to say. And if I'm not, screw you. He says, transgender Americans aren't the problem. Christian Americans aren't the problem. Muslim Americans aren't the problem. Black Americans aren't the problem. No other group is the problem. 602, can you hear me now? 602.
Hello.
Hello, 602. Can you hear me now?
Hello.
Hello. Okay. We're done with phone calls for tonight because I'm going to finish this up and then I'll turn it back on before we go. No other group is the problem. He then says politicians like Thomas Massey are the problem. Of course, here we go. Even though you just said Christian Americans aren't the problem and he's a Christian American. The NRA is the problem. Well, that's a group. I thought you said no other groups are the problem. Guns are the problem. Oh, so guns are systematically just walking around. Hey, fucker. That's what's happening? Okay. AR-15s are the problem. Imagine my AR-15 walking off the wall and just indiscriminately shooting. Mental health is the problem. Well, isn't that a group? People who suffer from mental health? Hate is the problem. Well, I don't know. Let's go back to Muslim Americans because there's a group of Muslim Americans who hate quite a bit. And I know Christian organizations like the Ku Klux Klan, they hate. I know some transgender groups right now that are calling for open war in the streets of Nashville. And I know the Black Panthers aren't too happy and militia groups. He kind of contradicts himself. Ignorance is the problem. Well, I would agree with you there. A lack of restrictions are the problem. Really? 736 current laws on the book from a national, federal, state level restricting the Second Amendment. And you think more laws are going to help? Misunderstanding the Second Amendment is the problem. I already put that to bed last night. In fact, I destroyed that narrative Crushed it. And now he says at the end, and before you all go crazy, oh, hey, did you just like misgender somebody? You can't call people crazy. I know that fully automatic guns can be purchased in most states, but it's an incredibly lengthy and expensive process to own one. So what you mean is that they aren't readily available unless you have a Class C license. And it's not in most states. There's only a few states that you can own fully automatic weapons, you dipshit. You don't even own a gun. I very much challenge if you have one between your legs. Now, here's my problem. You just made a post that was completely shill-worthy, right? Completely shill. We know it was shill-worthy because it had a shite ton of views. I think it had almost 70,000 some odd views an hour after it was posted. It was successful. But nay. You had to make a video afterwards. So I'm like, okay, it's going to be original. It's going to be something fresh and new. Come aboard. We're expecting you, the Love Boat. Soon we'll be making another run. The Love...
That's before my time.
Whatever.
I'm too young for
I
that.
robbed the cradle. I'll be your Captain Stubing. I'll sail your sevens. I'll sail your 1C. Get it? 1C?
Yes, I
Not
got it.
C, but C?
Yes,
C.
I got it.
Your
Yes,
see you next
yes.
Tuesday? Okay.
Yes, I got it.
Yes. Okay. And I'm like, this guy's going to give us something exciting and new. And he didn't. He literally read us his post. Now, he's probably going to say, listen, this was for the vision impaired, the hearing impaired. I care about disabled Americans. That's what he would say. You would catch him and say, dude, you're a fucking idiot. You literally just read your post in a video, poorly, mind you, horribly, with hardly any emotion, with no inflection, with no passion. No, man, I was doing it for the disabled people. It's what I do. He's Ben Stiller in Dodgeball.
No one can make me bleed my own blood.
No one makes me bleed my own blood. Touché.
Oh, I get the perfect one for him.
Touché. That's who this guy is.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
You do that.
Yes.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. This guy. He is Ben Stiller in Dodgeball. Listen to Pee Wee Herman with the mindset of Captain Kangaroo and with the personality as dry as a popcorn fart. Deliver him reading. How ostentatious is it to read your own tweet that you just posted and stick a video on it and do it poorly? Here it is.
Transgender Americans aren't the problem. Christian Americans aren't the problem. Muslim Americans aren't the problem. Black Americans aren't the problem.
This is so fucking cringe. I'm sorry. Hold on.
No other group is...
He's not even using the mic he has set up. Do you hear the echo? That is a condenser. It's like this. Mics do different things. You have 360 omnidirectional mics. Then you have cardioid mics that work in a heart pattern. So that's why I can do this, but if I keep talking, it goes like this and it starts to go out and eventually you won't hear it at all. When I bring it back, it starts to do this. Do you hear it? That's a cardioid pattern mic. This guy's not even using the mic.
Christian Americans aren't the problem. Muslim Americans aren't the problem. I can't do it anymore. I made you laugh.
He's not using the mic. He's using his phone. So it's like, what the fuck's the mic there for? This is the type of guy that buys glasses who doesn't have a prescription. He's like, oh, these make me look more intelligent. Hold on a second. Hold on. Oh, fucking fantastic. I look beautiful. Louis fucking Vuitton, eat your heart out.
It's like our 7-year-old daughter who wanted fake glasses and wore them around. She thought she looked cool.
This guy gets glasses. He tans. I promise you, he tans. He bronzes.
I wonder if he goes to the same tanning salon as Trump.
No, Trump has his own. Here it is.
The problem. Politicians like Thomas Massey are the problem. The NRA is the problem. Guns are the problem. Mental health is the problem. Ignorance is the problem.
Do you know what reminds me? You guys remember The Natural? Where he's like, the ocean is rocking, gently rocking, gently rocking, gently rocking, gently rocking, gently. Hobbs, get back here. Get back here and listen to this. The ebb and flow of baseball is rocking like a ship. And we're all on the ship together. It's the good ship, Lollipop. I fucking would love to debate this guy. I would sit there and let him talk all day long and just laugh gently. Right. It's all a part of the plan. He sounds like the Joker. It's a part of the all part of the plan.
A lack of restrictions are the problem. A misunderstanding of the Second Amendment is the problem. The Supreme Court has upheld the right for states to ban certain weapons. We already ban fully automatic weapons in most cases, sawed-off shotguns, rocket launchers. This isn't new.
How the fuck does this guy have 1 million followers?
Improper mic use is the problem.
You got to stop stealing our people's comments.
I was going to give him.
You didn't know. You give him credit first.
What was his name? Bishesh? I can't.
Bisesh.
I don't know.
Give him credit. You're a thief. You steal other people's works. This guy, how in the fuck does this guy, how does anyone copulate with him? Oh, yes. Fuck me harder. Oh, do me harder. Oh, yes. God, do me. Do me. I'm going to.
Yes! 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 Oh! 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 Oh, God. Oh.
I'll have what she's having.
Oh my God, I came. I came like a faucet. Oh, Lord, I swear Noah needs to build a second ark. I flood towel now. Holy my God.
You'd be forgetting Sarah Marshall.
I need to get this fucker. I want this guy to debate me more than just about anything else in the world. Now, I got to give him credit. He doesn't rise to the bait because he knows if he says anything on my post, I'm going to get 100,000 followers like that because that's just the way it works. He's smart. He wants me to post. He wants me occupied, and I'm going to continue to do it. But I tell you, my number one goal in life is to debate this prick. I wanted Cenk Uyghur for a long time. Fuck that fat bastard. I want this guy because this guy is dumb as dog shit. And he may be a master Twitter twatter, but this guy can't put two sentences together to save his life. Seriously, he looks, you know what it looks like? I've seen military personnel do better hostage videos than this fucking guy. I swear, I want to give my support to the Ayatollah and the mighty Allah. The American oppressors should not try to find me. The Quran speaks of the infidel, and I don't want anyone to save me or try to help me in any way and rescue me from the mighty Allah. I no longer love my family. I go ahead and completely disavow my American citizenship, and I am now an ISIS fighter. Praise be Allah. Ali Ali Akbar! I've had more convincing hostage videos. This guy is a complete idiot. And if you don't, this shows, listen, he's being fed his lines. Do you really believe that this guy could formulate two sentences together in a row that make sense based upon that video.
Twat waffle.
Twat waffle.
Gender Americans aren't the problem. Christian Americans aren't the problem. Muslim Americans aren't the problem. Black Americans aren't.
Bueller.
I'm having a hard time not laughing listening to this thing.
Bueller, 1682, Montgolfier brothers. Anyone? Bueller. Mozart wrote his great mass. When? Bueller. France and England recognized independence of the United States. Anyone? Bueller. This guy is a shill.
Yeah.
I'm David Boreanaz with the cast of SEAL Team.
Yeah, 364.
We're not leaving.
364
We're not leaving. We're not leaving. Hold on. We're not. Shit.
There's hope, and it's just a phone call.
Abandon ship. Wooga. Dive. All right, there we go.
What happened? He sounds like Rain Man.
Yeah, 337 toothpicks, most definitely. Yeah, Judge Wapner at 2:00. Yeah, definitely. Oh, no. Judge Wapner. J.C. Penney t-shirt, white. Yeah, definitely. Definitely Judge Wapner at 3:00. Definitely Judge Wapner. 3:00. Trust the plan.
It's coming. Hang on.
It's all part of the plan.
Oh, gosh.
This guy, man, why do people follow this guy? Now, listen, I'm doing okay, but I just don't understand it. Maybe I'm jealous. This sounds like jealousy. Is this jealousy? Maybe he's got a bigger peen than I do. Folks.
Amy Stancomb, number 5 is alive.
Number 5 is alive. God.
Oh.
I don't know.
You know what?
What?
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!
He followed Shia LaBeouf's advice.
Shia LaBeouf. Listen, Shia LaBeouf has more personality than just about anybody on the planet. I mean, my God, when you are that freaking detached from, listen, Shia LaBeouf, just like when you look up IDGAF, I don't give a fuck, his pictures in the encyclopedia, he has more personality than this guy could ever have. I mean, can you imagine just having a dinner conversation with him? So, honey, what did you do today? What did you do today, honey?
I cleaned the bathroom and I cooked your dinner.
Yeah. How did you cook my dinner? Honey, how did you cook my dinner?
I put it in the oven.
What's an oven, honey?
I can't do this.
Tell me, what are the intricacies of an oven? What does an oven? What does this strange device do?
Can I trade you in for a better model, please?
That's what this guy. He's just so fucking magoo. I mean, listen. Okay, 2 reactions from Brian Krasenstein. Here it is. Ready?
Yes.
I want you to tell me I have cancer, doctor. Thank you for taking the time today. What is my diagnosis?
You have stage 4 terminal brain cancer and 2 weeks left to live.
Oh, well, thank you. That's definitely part of the problem, and I appreciate you telling me. Now let's call me and tell me I won the lottery.
Okay. Oh my gosh, you just won the lottery. $600 billion. Holy cow.
Well, thank you. I was wondering if I'll have to pay taxes on that $600 billion because I have cancer and I don't know if I can come up with that money. And scene. Brian Krasenstein, folks.
We're going on tour, ladies and gentlemen.
The most unambitious,
comedy tour.
dry, sardonic, non-peniled male. He's a beta male. That's it. That's all I got to say. He's a beta male. I got PTS from firing an AR-15. Oh, God. I'm going to need to get some psychological. I'm still shaking. Calm as a leaf. Yeah, but I shoot with this hand.
Maybe Samuel Jackson can give him some spunk.
Give it to me.
Hey, you shut your face! If we want to hear you talk, I will shove my arm up your ass and work your mouth like a puppet.
It might be more interesting if that were the case.
I tell you what. So Kristen says, Matt, you're going to need a good sinus rinse tonight. Oh, I don't do that with sinus. I do it with the back of my throat. I simply cut the airflow off and I pinch my throat. It's very simple. This is how I learned how to do Donald Trump's voice or Ronald Reagan or Clinton, is I listen to people incessantly and then I mock them. So I'll do Trump soon. I've been working on it. It's getting better. Hopefully my cancer doesn't take me before I master the Donald Trump's voice. Or after they go ahead and run electricity through his fat orange body, Mr. Hat, because he's the devil and he deserves to die, Mr. Hat. That's right. Fuck him and fuck Kathy Lee Gifford, Mr. Hat. Fuck him in his fucking ass. That's what I think about him. Fuck him. And scene. Folks, listen, you don't get this level of crazy unless you've been married for 25 years. My beautiful wife, Olivia Spear, thank you for tonight.
We've been married for 20.
What the fuck ever? Who cares?
Together for 24.
Who cares? We were living in sin. It's the same thing. God's going to judge us anyway. Who cares? Mr. Hat. Mr. Hat. No, Kyle, you can't. You go to hell. You go to hell and you die.
Oh my God, you killed Kenny. I can't do it.
Okay, my papa. Okay, it's my papa.
Democrats piss me off.
All right. What's Stormy going to do? Take the witness stand and show her ass. Yeah, I'm going to drop trow and I'm going to show you where he violated me in my pocketbook. My porn career's over. I can only be a milfy grandma for so long. Also known as a gilf. All right. Folks, thanks for watching the Don't Unfriend Me show. If you have not had a chance, you can find all of our shows on thedumbshow.com, which is right here. You can go on the website. You can peruse and listen to the podcast. You can watch the videos. The whole catalog's there for you. So if you want to watch some past episodes, you can do that. You can also buy some shirts and some hats, which is also a good thing, made by veterans. At least most of it is. All the designs, it is printed in the U.S., but we do use Printful for our stuff, which is a great company. But 10% goes back to veterans. You can also read the blog. And if you use DUM10, DUM10, you can save 10%. Great shirts like the one I'm wearing right now, the 1776 USA is available. The Dumb Show hat, coffee mugs, underwear, and coming soon, vibrators for her pleasure. They'll also be there. Titanium, the best quality. Folks, relax. This is just the beginning. They are going to run Donald Trump through the ringer. This is what they do. We don't know what America's going to think, but honestly, Donald Trump, even at his stasis, people will feel sorry for him after a time because this is what happens. Whenever a political party goes after somebody, especially as much as he's been investigated, the general public will get sick and tired of it. They did it with Clinton. They did it with Nixon. They did it twice with Donald Trump. This will be no exception. Please watch us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday live, 8:30. Olivia and I will be here along with Leroy and Amy. Leroy is on assignment when he is doing something confidential for the government, so we can't talk about that. And Amy is working her butt off. She'll be here Friday. Tomorrow, we will have a recorded show and a live show, brand new for you. Please show up. We'll see you next time. Olivia, say goodnight.
Good night, y'all.
Good night, y'all. Hold on, let me make sure. See, I caught it this time. I don't know why this keeps doing this. It will not put my clothes up.
I'm David Boreanaz with the Cast of SEAL team, and we have an important message.
There we go. Good night, everybody. God bless. We'll see you tomorrow, and take care of each other. And thanks for having fun tonight. Hey, the highs and the lows for people who got a little bit of ribbing, suck it up. It's just for fun. I don't mean anything by it. I'm just having a good time. You're having a good time. Let's learn to laugh again because, unfortunately, we have seemed to have forgotten. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow.
Good night.
I'm David Boreanaz with the Cast of SEAL team, and we have an important message for returning vets.
We want you to know if you're struggling to cope, there's help and it's just a phone call away.
The Veterans Crisis Line is staffed with experienced professionals who know your struggles.
There's no greater sacrifice than service to our country. We're able to enjoy our freedoms because of it.
Your service is important. You are important.
For vets and their families, the Veterans Crisis Line is here to help 24 hours a day. Please call